Welcome back, folks, to our Fate game in space. Shall now rejoin our Space-Keteers of the Kabuto in the sneaky room.
Space-Keteers?
The Space-Keteers.
Is that what this is?
It could be.
Apparently.
It very much could be. So yes, post-mission, you guys dropped off a Wormbo. I forgot what his name was. It might have been this one? Phil Tyson? Or that might have been some other weird thing you spoke with, but I wrote that name down. So Mr. Worm Guy that's on a random planet that you might not ever see again, potentially has a name. But regardless, you guys indeed finished your mission. You dropped off the drug dealer and Mr. Howdy McCormick. And effectively, you guys are free to scoot to your heart's content. Georgiana, I remember last time we spoke personally, lamented is the wrong word, but you're like, we stressed mechs, but we're not using our mechs very often. So if you guys want, something that's more mech oriented,
mech fight.
The floor is yours. You guys can go wherever you wish.
I lament.
Actually, can we go to? Do they have like space fights? You know how they have robots fighting each other in movies and stuff?
Yes.
I want that, but with mechs.
You want that with mechs? I mean, there is potentially anything you could possibly want in this wonderful galaxy of ours.
I just really think Georgiana should win me some money.
Win you some money, huh?
Well, I'll bet on you. I'll bet on
Club?
you. Yeah.
Oh, I mean, in that case, you probably want to race again.
But I don't want to see another race. I want to see a mech fight.
Yeah, mech fight club.
Yeah.
Am I even capable of a mech fight?
Why wouldn't you be?
Let me organize my skills. Okay, athletics is 3. Sure.
Feasibly. I will say while it is indeed very viable to use a fight club or a tournament arc format.
Tournament arc!
The story here.
Could do a solid 4v4. Realistically, y'all can look anywhere. Whatever you want, there's definitely an option for it.
So it has to be not me. I'm betting.
You're betting, okay. Then 3v3 or 2v2. However you want to do it.
2v2.
Anything can exist. Or you guys can, scooty off on a mission and there just happen to be mechs involved.
That's what I want to happen.
Also, as a reminder, not that you guys have to do this, you can just kind of jot a note down real quick, but the last mission did pay quite well because you did not kill him. You returned him alive, so they can question him or get whatever they need to out of him.
Yeah, I requested a floaty version of my mech. Long range, distant.
Effectively, yes. Yeah.
Mobile version, yeah, that word.
Yes. How do you imagine that functioning?
Honestly, I'm picturing just a little ball that can, whip out guns.
Okay. Oh, when you say little, what do you mean? Like grapefruit size, tennis ball? Bigger than that?
Probably grapefruit.
Like a grapefruit? Okay.
But I mean, it depends on Nara's skills, because she's the one making it. So I don't know if she can miniaturize it.
More so,
what am I making?
Effectively, it's a ball that just can do the same thing that your whole lollipop mech thing, right?
It's an extension of my mech. Yeah. A detachable, long range, I don't need to be there. Protect Nara,
like a drone
of my mech.
You mean a Nara protection drone?
Yeah, drone. There you go. Yeah, that's a good word.
NPD.
You can commission me for one. I'll take commissions.
I've already done that.
Oh, how much am I getting paid for this?
It's free. I provided you with the challenge and the parts.
That doesn't include labor.
Does Nara need the challenge, or she?
How dare you charge me?
It doesn't have to be money. We can talk it out.
I was about to say I'll treat you to something. How's that?
What are you gonna treat me to, though?
Oh, what do you want? You know what? You want to bet on me. There you go. That's what I'm treating you to.
Oh, you're gonna do something so I can bet on you.
Yeah.
You can pet.
Yeah, all right, I'll do it.
You could lose. Yeah. That's not guaranteed.
Yeah, but also...
Yeah, but we get to watch the wreckage and the carnage.
I mean, here's the thing.
Guys, I'm not gonna
lose. I can just wipe the records clean. If I don't win, it's fine. It'll be like I never did it.
So we need to go somewhere that's hackable.
Everywhere is
Everywhere's
hackable.
hackable.
Yeah, that's everywhere.
Jeez.
Preferably somewhere where they're not going to hone in on you like immediately.
That's boring.
Boring.
No fun.
But I get it. You just don't want to deal with the stress of it, and that's fine. Yeah, I'll work on the NPD though. I'll work on that. I can do that.
All right.
Excellent. And then, for your reference, Georgiana, and how it's going to function, realistically, you can choose a size. So you want it to be about the size of a grapefruit?
Yeah.
What do you want it to look like?
I haven't decided yet.
I have to build it with that something in mind.
So Nara's making a quantum ball in when
I'm
inspiration
making
hits you,
quantum
Georgiana.
ball.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to
Actually,
change shape
it's-
anyway.
It can be a surprise.
It's like, oh my gosh. I can't think of what they're called. Never mind.
Excellent.
It needs to be able to fly.
That's the least important item on
Yes.
this
Yeah,
list.
that doesn't matter.
I've already got that down pat. Like,
It's a floaty boy. All right, so
I don't know. Just
fair.
make something.
That's fair. That's fair. So essentially, we'll do this. Georgiana, you asked Nara to do this. We cut away, and then when you need it, Georgiana, I'll expect your brain to have worked by then, so you can describe it.
God, I hate you.
Currently, it looks like nothing, and then it's going to look like something.
it's just, it just moves shape until
Yeah.
you decide.
We see Nara's back as she's working on this thing and sweating away, trying to figure out exactly how it looks, and she knows it looks great, but the camera has no idea.
Couple of metal springs are flying all over the place.
But whenever the camera pans left or pans right, you move your body with it to kind of block the camera you don't know is there for dramatic effect.
Perfect.
All right, then I guess in terms of money, like I said, you guys all did fairly well. So if each of you want a thing, as per usual, you can hold off and get something later. Examples, of course, are things you can use in the field. Utility, I'll be obviously more lenient with. Certain weapons are kind of obviously wonky because you guys effectively have every weapon you need, but it can be a weapon that's more effective once or twice per mission, per scene, effectively per scene. So that's definitely an option. Utility is definitely good. I'll just know you're working on that gun, the bullets and whatnot. If you just want to, you don't think of anything, totally up to you guys. You can think next time. Totally up to you.
I had an idea for my thing.
Oh, do tell.
All right.
I kind of wanted to have it not just be bullets, more just like a magical infusion device, and I don't know, maybe 1 or 2 people per session can choose a specific boost that they want.
Okay, I like that.
Your special magical infusion.
Yeah, so what exactly is it? How does this thing function? Is it something you wear and then you choose to infuse them with magic, or is it something you give to them?
It's like a giant machine. You put whatever you want, augmented in there, and you just tell me what you want, and I put magic in there.
I like that.
Yes. Shoves it into it.
That's cool. I like that a lot, actually. So rather than having magical bullets, lasers, whatever it may be, you can put your weapon in it before the mission, and it can augment. We'll say for now 1. Well, 1 is pretty fair. Yeah. And then as we mess with it, then you get better at it more and more until we fully understand how it works. Because Aldous, you were the only person that we're aware of with this ability. So unfortunately, people can kind of help, but Nara can only help so much.
Yeah.
And Ryder, how about yourself?
What am I gonna buy?
Yeah.
I guess just reload my ammo and grenades and shit that I used last time.
Yeah. In general, you basically always have the ammo you need. Is there anything special you want? You have your little hover booster set. I think you have a grappling hook, and then what's something else you wanted?
I mean, my arm can do a lot.
Yeah. So anything you pick up would be more. So you have your rocket boots, obviously. It would fit somewhere under the same idea of the rocket boots. So, for example, if you had a grappling hook, so you obviously your arm can do it. Let me just real quick say it. So your arm can do that, obviously. If you have an item or an attachment that specifically does a thing you spent money on, I don't want to say it didn't succeed 100% of the time, but depending on the situation, yes, it'll basically always succeed no matter what, rather than you having to roll for it. And it can be like a 1 per scene type deal, if that makes any sense.
Have you seen Black Widow?
The movie, no.
Fuck. Okay. Well,
Probably for the best.
No, you can probably describe something in the movie. I'm sure it's not that weird.
I can't say it now because it ruins it.
Ruins what?
It's kind of like a pivotal point in the movie that
I don't think anyone cares. I don't think anyone cares. No one cares. Go for it. What is it?
I don't even know if this would be even useful for this game.
We'll find out.
Well, I mean, the only reason I say this is because we haven't really been sneaking.
You can. No, you guys.
I know we can.
You guys have been doing a lot of sneaking. Yeah, you guys have been doing a lot actually. That whole race that Georgiana and Aldris ran, you snuck the whole time.
Yeah.
By yourself, actually.
Never mind. Okay. I'm changing it.
Sure.
I want a device that I can put on my chest and press a button, and it like makes me invisible for a little bit, kind of like Harry Potter thing.
Okay.
The cape thingy or whatever.
Sure. Yeah. Go ahead and add an extra, just cloaking device. And depending on the situation, depending on where you're using it, it'll be more or less effective. But in a normal circumstance, it'll last as long as we need it to, and it will be effective. If I have you roll anything, we can decide when we get there, but it will just be an invisibility device that's, of course, only for you because it's only on you. So yes, definitely go ahead and add that. And Nara, you are making something for Georgiana. Did you want anything in particular?
I am not sure what would be useful to me.
So you can always wait. We can always kind of come up with things together. And something I was kind of thinking of, depending on the mission you guys decide to go off on. Of course, you guys don't have too many of these individual items. Your little black book isn't something you necessarily bring with you. That's just information. Right. But what I was more so thinking is when you guys choose to buy a thing, you can buy multiple things, obviously. If it's like 2 small things, you can definitely do that. Let's say you had like enhanced EMP grenades, or you had some sort of not cloaking device. My brain is trying to say the other thing, and it's going to say it when my brain eventually gets there. You can do it, buddy. I believe in you. Oh my god, it's like you throw it out and it displays. It's like prestidigitation. What the hell is it called in space terms? It's a distraction. What is it? It looks like a person, or it looks like a thing, like a hologram.
A decoy?
Yes, like a mirage holographic decoy. There we go. Thank you. Something like that. My brain just stops sometimes. It's Georgiana's hair.
I still love you.
I blame your hair. It's so distracting.
What's with Melanie's hair?
It's so powerful.
So powerful.
It's too powerful. Anyway.
Those luscious waves.
Exactly. And
waves?
It's full of star. Well, I mean the art.
I wish. Oh. Yeah, we're talking about Georgiana.
Oh,
yeah, Georgiana.
Yeah, I know. Disappointing. Thank you.
Georgiana has enough hair for everybody. To be fair.
It is wonderful.
It is quite luscious.
Share.
Yeah. Anywho's. Essentially something along those lines. You can say, oh, I want like a hologram something, and then another something, and whether or not it's useful on the mission is fine, but I'm really cool with super niche things that are not necessarily overpowered, but incredibly useful in niche situations. So if you guys say, hey, we're going to go capture someone, or we're going to go sneak into a dance club or something, or some, bougie cafe, and then
sneak into a dance club, give you some sick moves.
Exactly. Maybe you guys can bring something weird with you that's really only good in that one scenario, but I love niche things like that. So you can think later, of course. Totally up to you. And then when we add it, you can throw it on there. But of course, you can only carry so much on you. So it depends.
I will think on it.
Depends what it is. Obviously, you can't, say, I buy this specified grenade every single time. Right. And then you carry like 90 on you. That's silly.
Right.
But yeah, no huge rush. But anywho, while you were thinking that, you also want to make a magic storage device and turn it into a feeding station for Meek. That's adorable. And I can't say no because I like my boy. And I want him to be fed. Does it just feed him your magic essence effectively?
Basically.
Nice. Well, he's very... What's it look like?
It's just like one of those...
those hamster?
Like a hamster.
Yeah.
Hamster. Yeah.
One of those like drip feeders?
Yeah.
He pokes the middle ball with his tongue and magic just comes out?
Yep.
Excellent. All right, I like that. All right, that is now installed in your room. And Bartholomew, if he had deeper thought, he might be jealous, but as of current, he doesn't. Snowball, sorry. I'm calling Snowball. Ghost rolls on by. He just like, ugh. I think he's rolling. Poor boy.
Nice.
Poor boy. Maybe his owner will pet him.
Think about him one day.
And remember he exists. I forgot, why did you buy the cat again? Was it look like you weren't buying something else?
No, I just wanted a cat.
Oh, that's fair. Oh yeah, I forgot. Then you rolled for luck and got that thing. Okay, that's fair. I like that.
Yeah.
Any hoots, as per
Are
usual,
you making fun of my cat?
I love him with all my heart. And the various pictures you guys have brought up that are similar to how I described him are all beautiful.
Mother F, you won't use the triple picture.
I could. If you relink it, I can make a token real quick for him.
No, you go find it. You said I linked it twice.
Did you?
Yeah, you go find it.
Did you name it something, or did you just throw a token in chat?
I just threw a token.
All right. Well, there's a lot of stuff in the D&D chat. In this, oh my god, it's a lot of dice. I cast wing.
It is super
Very
effective.
good at
There it
that
is. Perfect. Yeah, I am.
I actually found it really quick. Didn't take long at all. Okay, so
See, I knew you'd use it eventually. Just to wear you down. That is my cult. His name is Ghost.
yes, go. Yeah, I got Ghost. Don't worry.
Just double checking.
I've called him Snowball far too many times.
Yeah, and you're the one who told me not to name him after a white cat thing.
A white cat thing,
Yeah, you told me not to do a stereotypical white cat name.
like Ghost.
Like Snowball was your exact example.
Yeah, probably. Okay, there's 2 weeks. Run.
Now I gotta get a picture for Bartholomew.
You don't have to.
You do. You
course.
do.
You do have to. Boom.
It's fine. I already found one.
Perfect.
It's so dumb.
So cute.
watching an update from Meek to Ghost was like, is it an image
Oh,
error you
God.
got there?
Did
He
you
just turns
really
to
say that was cute?
I mean,
It's a tribble. Of course it's cute.
so look at it and
Is that
imagine
triple?
Yeah, it's a tribble.
imagine that when it moves
My triple is.
at certain angles, you can see its goofy little cat face and its baby little legs. But at this one angle, it just looks like a triple.
Yeah.
Okay.
And when it
All
curls
right.
up to sleep, it looks exactly like a tribble.
Oh, now I'm looking at Liam's icon. That's a boy.
It is a boy.
It is,
That's
yes.
certainly a boy.
It's certainly a boy.
Yes.
Nice.
I'm
He
confused.
is a lad.
It is a little lad.
Yes.
What are we
There you
talking
go,
about?
Yeti. He's a good boy.
I just zoomed in on Liam, that's all.
Oh, that's
Big
a very
fluffy
good
boy.
But he
Did you
doesn't
not think
have any-
Liam was a guy?
What?
Did you not think Liam was a guy?
No, I'm just saying that's a dude right
oh,
there.
yes. Liam is a dude.
I'm aware of that.
Oh,
I am just looking at his face. That
Are you
is
looking-
what
are
I
you
have
looking-
to say.
Looking respectfully.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's say I'm like, Liam's been a dude.
Meek too.
The meekening.
Meek. That is a meek.
All
Where
right,
did
so now
you get that meek pic?
hot meek picks in your area.
Ew.
Cute!
Wait, does
He's a
everybody
puppy
get
boy.
a fluffy animal
It's
except
just a
for
literal
me?
dog.
Yeah, it's just an actual dog. I mean, that's what I was going for. I just
Yeah,
wanted a dog.
That's fair. That's fair.
I mean,
So now we have a
middle of space.
we have a cat, a dog, and a fox on the ship. Oh, poor Nara's all alone because Ryder has the actual ship.
I'm putting it in the
How
middle.
dare
There you
you?
go.
How dare you?
Local the Kabuto.
I own this ship.
Oh yeah.
Well, don't own it.
Wait,
I don't own it.
My ship?
So
I
she's
don't
probably
know. I don't own it.
she's probably done things to it that
I have definitely made mods on it that I probably should not have, and we're not going to discuss what those are.
nor do we know what they are
It's all right.
because
If
it didn't
it-
happen.
If it interferes with my
Because it
ability to
happened.
fly, you'll know right away.
Yeah.
This is true. On the topic of white fluffy animals, while you're working on that wonderful ball for Georgiana, Nara, you obviously have the data pad.
Decided.
Yes, on your ball.
Does Nara wear earrings? Does she wear chokers?
She wears chokers.
All right, it's a choker.
You're
It's gonna be spider-ish. So the body will be the main thing, and then the legs will wrap around her neck, like a choker.
Man, that's creepy as
oh,
hell.
it's a little creepy. You're gonna have it be on her.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Oh, you mean the thing that I'm making?
Yeah.
Oh, it's gonna transform
I'm
into
being
jewelry.
serious. Yeah, I'm being serious when I wanted to be a Nara defense item.
Okay,
I
I like
love
that.
that.
That's cool. I guess.
Alright.
How does Nara feel about spiders?
I feel like she wouldn't mind, especially with machinery. Am I wrong?
No, it's fine.
All right, then
Maybe
you
to make it'll probably look less creepy than it sounds.
Yeah,
I mean, it needs to be decorative, so no one automatically assumes it's nefarious. So
I can do that. No problem.
it'll be a bejeweled spider.
I'm guessing its little butt expands into like the ball, basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh no.
Or its legs wrap around itself and just like ka-chunk into place.
All right.
Or they transform into the guns themselves.
Well, that's starting. Ka-chunk makes it sound like I'm going to jail. You're locking me into a prison.
You're
am
safe.
sorry.
You're safe, Nara. People around you are not safe. That is the point. of
Everyone
this.
else is going to prison.
Exactly. And by prison, they mean hell.
Yeah. What's the difference?
Yeah.
Come on. Can you imagine it? Nara's like, ah! And the spider goes, like, unlocks off his neck, jumps onto her shoulder, and then guns pop out of it.
I mean, to be fair, if someone came at me and like a spider jumped off my neck and like leaped at them, that's pretty intimidating.
Actually, yeah.
That's definitely weird. So
I think it would be better
That
if
works.
it just dispenses poison.
I mean, guns, poison.
Venom.
It can do everything my mech can do.
yeah. So any of the weird marshmallow-based attacks, no. You've been using that one a lot.
It's useful.
Hey.
I'm trying not to kill people.
You can't question dead people for the most part.
Exactly.
I mean, you can try.
You can definitely try. there are methods.
Do you think meat can talk to dead?
I don't know.
Go
Maybe,
kill someone and
if he
find
tries hard
out.
enough.
He's super magical.
Alrighty, while Georgiana is questioning
Sometimes
using
people just gotta die, though.
Meek to
Sometimes, yes.
Indeed, as we have done. Obviously, when we need information, you got to be a little more tactile. But Nara, you have your data pad, and knowing what we know, we sort of discussed the information we received from it last week. Is there anything in particular you wish to ask it? As I mentioned before, you can literally just rapid fire questions at it, and I will just start puking lore at you. Obviously,
but I know now.
Obviously, that means the tracker goes off. But
I know now that the tracker goes off, but I was wondering if there was any way I could, like, create a room or something that would prevent the tracker from getting out.
so pretty much no matter how it functions, it will always eventually get out. But you can slow it down.
That'll be good.
It'll take definitely take some time, so we won't have that now.
What happens if we tracked the signal back to its source?
Good question.
Do we want to do that?
Maybe not
That's how you
without
find the gray
I mean, that
aliens.
sounds like we're gonna get into a lot of trouble we can't handle.
I mean, the source is who's looking for it, and therefore who we're looking for, right? We might want to pre-plan.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to go in there unprepared.
But I mean, like, a lot of pre-planning.
So I want to make one of the rooms. Obviously, I don't know. Sort of like a God, what do they call those things?
Like a Faraday cage, like that.
Faraday cage-esque type station.
That thing.
One of
That
them.
just- That slows it down.
Okay. We can definitely probably eventually make one. Money isn't necessarily the issue. Time is more so.
Right.
So definitely yes to this. It will slow it down. So if you decide to access a lot of the information, rather than them instantly. I mean, of course, in terms of travel, you guys are pretty set on that as well. So even if someone does know your location, it's fairly easy to escape. It's just the matter of the annoyance of being followed. It's not exactly fun.
Right.
So in terms of that, definitely yes. Not this very second, but it's being built. We're working on it alongside your new Choker of Death. Like I mentioned before, you have two options. You can start asking it questions, or you can roll your burglary first, and then you can ask a question. Just keep in mind, some questions, no matter what, are very, very sensitive, but you can ask it anything.
I'm just not sure what to ask it. That's really my problem here.
I'm not sure either.
Fair enough.
Does
As a quick-
anybody
I want to know
else
about
have
gray alien boys.
the
there's
worm
anything on them.
guys?
No, the weird gray aliens with like no faces that like float around. The weird one that I met.
Oh,
Yeah, those guys.
yes. I mean, is that something I can search?
You can search for
feel like that's
literally
sensitive
anything.
Material.
Did you say it's immaterial?
It's probably sensitive material, so we'd probably
Oh,
get tracked real quick.
Well, I
Well-
mean, do you think we'll fight it again? Would
I don't
we
know.
need that information?
While they're doing that and
Mhm.
looking up stuff, can I contact Thieve?
You very much can, yes. Is there anything in particular you're asking, looking for a job, or?
I just want to see what kind of jobs he has.
We'll say you guys are kind of farting about right now, and you're opening a line of communication. I guess also as a side reminder, technically, Aldous, I don't know if you would do this. I don't fully understand just yet. But you are more than welcome. I don't think Nara would have this thing on lockdown. You can technically just ask a question. Of course, you can
Oh.
attempt to. Yeah, realistically, there's no limit. You can just ask the question.
I
And you
figured
do
we
know
would
that.
just do it as like a group.
Yeah, that makes more
it.
sense.
Yeah,
So I don't know if I'll
that's
just
what I
sneak off
thought.
on his own. So
No.
that's
No,
okay.
no. I think we should all have that. All be in the room, unless you're like embarrassed.
I mean, about other gray aliens? Nah.
Well, group it is.
All right, sounds good. Do you guys want to ask that now, or do you want me for Ryder to contact Eve?
I mean,
We should wait for
contact you.
Ryder. Yeah.
All right, sounds like a plan. Ryder, while they are doing this, and Nara is working on about 1,000 things at once, Ghost and Bartholomew now have a more firm presence on the Kabuto, both looking very white and fluffy. Sometimes Ghost is missing, and maybe he's riding Bartholomew, maybe he's not.
We'll never know.
Bartholomew just has a really thick tumor on his back.
Yeah, basically. That just occasionally sloughs off and just rolls around.
Oh, you just said sloth.
What a fun word.
Oh, gross.
Oh.
Spicy.
If that word bothers you, be prepared for the other campaign.
I hope you're ready.
I'm not going to hold back. Anyway. Yes, Mr. Ryder, you're able to... there's a hold, of course, but fairly quickly you're able to get communications pulled up with Thieve, as you are, I don't want to say good customer, but you are in good relations with him. The screen pops up and he turns in his desk. This is a fairly common angle that you see him at. There are lights sort of flashing through his window as per usual. And he is looking up to you with little eyes in a jar that he sort of has held in front of him with his little bundle of tentacles. And looking towards you, Ryder, he, as per usual, seems quite busy, looking through various charts and such. But there is no one in his office as of current. And he looks to you, he says, "Hello, Ryder. How are things?"
A question real quick, or out of game question,
Yes.
I guess. Are we doing is the plan still to do the mech fight club thing?
If you guys just want to fight mechs, you can very much find a job that requires your mechs.
Sure.
I just didn't know if we're doing that because I was gonna. My question to Thieve was gonna be surrounding that if that's what we were gonna do.
Because actual fight mechs, I kind of don't want to damage my mech. But some
Well,
sort
because
of
if you
battle that-
fight your mech, then you'd get damage yourself because that's what happened to me.
yeah.
Yeah, so I guess that's, to be clear, if you're worried about that, in an arena type fight, Georgiana, the only mission for the enemy is going to destroy your mech. So in a mission or a battle, you can you can outfront the enemy regardless. But if they don't know you're there, you can sneak up on them.
Oh.
Yeah.
Probably just get a normal job where we would use our mechs.
Gotcha.
Awkwardly staring at Ryder.
What's up, Thieve? Do you have any jobs for me?
Oh, you know I'll have the same answer every time you ask, Ryder. Anything in particular you're looking for?
Something with a little bit of challenge.
Looking
I don't know,
for
a lot
action.
of these have been really easy, you know, being the best bounty hunter in the galaxy. So I just want, you know, maybe something where, you know, I can fool around in my mech or whatnot. But, you know, I just want to go after someone who's challenging.
He has a good guffaw at that. Not laughing at you, just your general cockiness always seems to put him in a good mood. And he says, of course, Ryder. I assume there's something for the usual crew. Nothing too out of the ordinary.
Yeah, I mean, if you have any bounties who think they're all that in a bag of chips in their mech, you know, I'll definitely take that one.
Oh. You know me quite well. As he sort of moves his tentacles about a bit, he turns to one of the displays next to him and gives it a point ? And says, well, indeed, it seems a package has gone missing, which seems unfortunately all too common nowadays. I wouldn't call this specifically a bounty, but it seems to be a group that thinks they're, what did you say, hot chips? Hot shit, something along those lines. But yes, they've caused an annoyance, taken something that, well, as we're aware, is not theirs, and if you're able to get it back, that would be quite beneficial to the client.
I mean, you know, if they used Galaxy Prime, they wouldn't have these problems.
This is quite
Galaxy
true.
Prime.
Unfortunately, I heard they're running into issues relatively recent, which keeps you in the job, now doesn't.
True. So what's in the package? Is that important or
No,
you know?
the item itself is honestly irrelevant to both you and I. All I know is the client hired someone, and he doesn't have a mouth to smile with, but you can sort of hear it in his voice. Considering that someone is you. Someone strong and smart to get it back.
Oh, were you complimenting me there?
Oh, I would never. Quite simple, though, Ryder. Obviously, you are to ensure, and I do stress, the product does not become damaged in any way. It is sealed, from what I've gathered.
easy.
It is, of course. Unlike the other we ran into semi-recently, if you recall.
So, aka some pirates stole a package, get the package back undamaged, and beat up some pirates. Got it.
Yes, we've run into their kind before, and they've been a bit of an annoyance. Your group is more than welcome to wipe them out.
Sounds like my kind of job.
He nods.
Thank you very much for that.
Anytime. And he sends the information to the Capito.
I'm gonna walk on to the I guess where everyone is, and be like, "Hey, crew, I got us a job.
Love it.
We are going to go fight some space pirates."
Sick.
So we can beat the shit out of some people with our mechs.
Sounds like fun.
Nice.
And Thieves said all we have to do is get the package back. Whatever happens to the pirates is none of his business.
Ooh, okay.
Alrighty then.
So let's have some fun.
Looking at the coordinates, Georgiana, you can see that it's not too far away, so you guys indeed have time to finish up with what you were messing with, and then we shall indeed arrive at the new location. As per usual, with a lot of these, you have information, but not too much information. Basically, just enough to get things figured out, just enough so that you guys can essentially get your job started. But, you know, of course, if they knew more, they wouldn't need you.
I mean, they might still need us.
True, but you guys specialize in, well, everything, don't you?
Yes.
so far. Alrighty. On the way there, is there anything you guys wanted to, now that you're all together, obviously we have Aldris's question. Did anyone else think of something?
Also, who wants the one magical boost from the thing that I made?
Me.
You want it?
Yes.
Oh, you gotta choose what you want.
Oh God, can I take a range check on that?
Of course.
It's just like one boost for a specific thing that you want.
Okie dokes. I take boost called rain check.
Alright, excellent.
Nice.
We'll get it when we get it. Alright, Mr. Aldris. Yes?
I'm thinking we need to ask about the gray aliens.
Fair enough. To specify, you guys can, like I said, ask effectively any question. And it's very literal. So when you ask the question, just make sure it's pointed. Because the more specified the question, the better the answer.
What is your quest?
Precisely.
What is the circumference of a moose?
Liam raises his hand excitedly.
At least one.
What?
Liam knows all about meese. Mooses.
Meese.
The moose eye.
This is a
Musa.
very serious situation.
Is that?
I
serious
don't
question.
I don't want these, guys coming after me because of moose.
How about where can we find the gray aliens?
That works for me.
Is that what we're going for?
Are they gray faceless aliens?
Yes. I don't know if you guys saw what it looked like. There was a
I
description.
Dude from Doctor
Yeah.
Who?
There's a lot of things from Doctor Who.
Yeah, there is.
So I wouldn't know,
The
unfortunately.
alien dudes in the suits.
With the Daleks?
I
In
don't know. I
the,
don't
in the
watch
suits.
Doctor Who.
What? Daleks are
Wait,
trash
in
cans.
suits. Yeah, true.
You mean the Cybermen?
Oh,
Those-
yeah, the Cybermen.
Those are just robot
I think
people.
Cybermen.
Google
but-
stuff
yeah, those
now.
are just cyborg people, pretty much.
Aliens in suits. Oh god. Oh, this thing.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Silence.
The Silents were. Yeah, I guess that. Yeah, they
Yeah.
were gray aliens in like tuxedos.
These guys.
Yep, that's the Silents.
Okay, yeah, that's what I meant.
Definitely not
I
what they
mean-
look like. That's really creepy looking. I like that.
They
Oh,
are
he has
disgusting.
eyes. He actually has eyes. This thing does not have
Yeah.
eyes. Yeah, if
Oh,
you
it kinda
look,
does have eyes.
if you wedge yourself on in there,
You're way in there.
if you get
How do you even
way
see?
in there,
Way in there.
You can only look down.
yeah. But to say they kind of have to like angle their head backwards. Oh, he's got a cute little mouth too. Okay,
That would suck.
what an unfortunate looking boy. Anyway, I guess you could effectively imagine that no suit, it's naked. You could effectively imagine that, but its frontal, like the whole face is just completely smooth, and it has eyes floating around it.
Creepy.
Like, well, any number of eyes, but the one you saw is about 10 or so eyes floating around it. So similar-ish, except not really at all. The most wonderfully
Yes,
clear
but no.
answer. Yes, but no, exactly. So your exact question, Georgiana, was what again? Where can we find them, or where are they?
Yeah.
Which one? Those are actually technically different questions.
Where can we find them?
Okay. The datapad thinks for just a moment, and you see text flash by rapidly. You think you see organization or lack thereof as it does so. Some words, but it's hard to catch them exactly until it stops and then begins to read out your answer. And it says, the weavers can be found throughout most of space, currently choosing not to reside in any one location, but working closely with the Lesrin. Do you wish to know specific locations?
Yes.
Thanks again for a moment, and Nara, you are indeed aware, since it's clarifying, that this definitely hit somewhat of a sour note. Go ahead and roll me burglary. As you're sort of trying to contain this bad boy. Alrighty. You think you
If I-
got it. Yes.
It
You can
is
definitely
it
roll if you want.
worth re-rolling or adding 2 points?
Mathematically, you got a minus
3 minuses.
Yeah, mathematically, you got a total. You rolled a -2. I think the book says mathematically anything that's -3 or -4 always reroll. Obviously, the sure thing is going to a 3, of course. But if you reroll, you can of course get way higher because you have a 3 in the stat, so you could effectively get like a 5.
And I'm so afraid that it'll
Be lower?
It'll go lower, but I'm gonna re-roll.
All right, sounds spicy.
Good luck.
Hardly any better.
It's higher.
But it's higher.
It did
It is
go up.
indeed higher. It is indeed higher.
It did go up
For a moment,
a little bit.
you waver, Nara, and you feel as if something might have snuck out. You also know fully that any questions along this line, like any questions at all, there's literally nothing you could do to stop whatever signal this thing is pushing. The very signal itself is actually linked to the question, and it will just constantly pulse. And the more you're trying to effectively contain it, the more you're realizing, yeah, this is just gonna be how it is.
Forever and ever, or just while we're asking it.
Effectively, from what you can tell, it's a little difficult, Nara. We'll say this is something you find after this line of questioning, but I'll answer it now. Effectively, it'll continue pulsing until the message has been received, is effectively how it works.
Received by the people who it's going to.
Received by the correct party, yes. Whoever that party may be.
Well, she should be able to track its approximate destination.
Yes. And with that, you could technically attempt to track. Might be a little dangerous, but it's definitely something you can do. But currently, you are using all of your ability to suppress what you can. And it thinks for a moment. You can tell it's probably pulling through a list of things. And it pauses. Almost taking in information. You actually see that it pulls up for just a second. The subspace you guys went to before, the one that basically flipped you into like an alternate reality, the good old fantasy land.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to answer that, but then it redacts the answer. And then it continues thinking. And then after it finishes pausing, it says, they are known to move about. Currently, one is located on Himar. And it pauses again, then it zooms in. The map actually of the ship, at that note, you're not sure if you guys triggered something or if it triggered something, but it pulls up where you guys have been, etc., etc. And it zooms in on this little planet. And if you guys remember, this is the planet where you guys found Kevin, the big metal, not chicken ostrich thing.
Kevin.
Love that guy.
Was that the place with the squid people?
A lot of they were squid-like, yeah.
The place where I wanted to fulfill a fantasy and never got a chance to because we left too fast.
Potentially, yes.
Well, now I have a boyfriend, so I can't.
Maybe he likes squid people too.
Wow. You know what?
Not like this.
But in general, you know that they tend to move about. From what you saw, Aldris, it wasn't necessarily, you're not really sure what it was doing there. Of course, you can ask, like, you know, what was it doing, etc., blah, 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 all that extra nonsense. Why did, you know, I won't ask any questions for you, of course, but you can have it elaborate if you wish. But it effectively, you know, two things. One is it somehow knew that you guys went to that one location and it's no longer there, so it moved. And either that one or a different one went to Himar, which was basically the large farm planet with Doria warders and the large metal bird boy.
I mean, what it was doing there doesn't really matter. We just, if we want to see it, we just have to go back.
All right, are we pausing our questions there?
If I were to ask what was redacted, would it be able to answer that?
That's really vague. What do you want to know?
I want to know what that.
Everything. I know everything.
Well, it looked on that one thing, redacted it, and then flipped away. Was there anything? Was it How fast was it?
How fast was what?
The redaction.
Do you mean it starting to go to the fantasy land and then saying, never mind the other place?
Yeah.
That was not necessarily a redaction. It was more of a correction. Might be somewhat worrying, considering that would mean this data pad has taken in new information and it knows the creature is no longer there.
You know
Okay.
what? That's a good point, God. Thanks.
Okay.
Yes, you can effectively ask anything. You're borderline asking me. So,
Just
if you don't know the exact question,
I never know
That's
what
fine.
to ask.
If you
That's
don't know the
my
exact
problem here.
question, but you have the intention, you can let me know and I can help you.
I guess I just want to know why it made the correction and what the correction was.
That's a perfectly valid question. And you're asking, why did it make the correction, meaning the data pad?
Right.
Sure. Well, when you ask that, it responds with, the entity is no longer residing there. The Weaver has moved on. Its
The Weaver?
mission complete.
The Weaver?
That's what it said, yes.
What's the Weaver?
Okay.
Is that something I just missed?
I think that's what they're called.
Yeah, that's what they're called.
Oh, I did just miss that.
Yeah, 'cause
Okay.
he said they're the Weavers.
I mean,
The Weavers.
asking
Okay.
what is a weaver is probably a good question.
Yeah, well, what is
Yeah.
a Weaver? What is their purpose?
Okay. As you ask that, it sort of pauses for a moment. You can, if anything, you can feel. Are you holding on to the data pad?
Yeah.
You feel it whir in your hand. You feel something as if something's unlocking. It's digging real deep for this one. Multiple lights and illustrations sort of burst forth from the small data pad, and it's sharing just an insane amount of information with you all. It's just sort of swirling in the middle of the room. Lights of red and orange and green are all sort of merging together, long lost languages as it's searching for this exact answer, and then things are sort of pulled back in and pulled out and then shifted and shuffled around, and then it pulls up information for you. And it says, not much is known about the Weavers. What they chose to share with us was paltry. But we do know that they can somehow create and cultivate life. In doing so, they are able to somehow prolong their own lives. They have been around for an indeterminate amount of time. The Weavers assisted us and our corporation in the creation of multiple weapons, races, technology.
So, what do the Weavers have to do with the Lesrian Corporation?
It pauses again and shuffles about. This time, not quite as crazy of a light show, but it definitely shuffles around a little more. And you do know that each of these questions are very much the deepness, if you will. And while it isn't angry, you are definitely trying your absolute hardest, Nara, to make sure this is contained. If you want to roll me one more burglary. Better. Very nice.
Slowly going up.
Slowly going up. 1, 2, 3, baby. All right. And as it's pauses for a moment, it then answers, the managers of the Lesrian Corporation reached out to the Weavers. For some reason, the Weavers answered this call. Something was offered, and they accepted. In working together, both of our goals were forwarded.
Is there any information on what was traded?
Protection. Information. The Lesrian's arms reach wide. The Weavers are able to work in secrecy with said protection.
Is everybody here?
Mhm.
You think we should stop asking questions? or y'all got
I mean-
anything else?
Can she tell if the signal is transmitting what we're asking, or is it just, hey, I'm here, hey, I'm here?
Currently, you can tell it's transmitting, hey, I'm here in various volumes. Some are like, hey, I'm here. And then certain questions are like, ah! Also, I assume you guys are all basically standing at the bridge. No, is anyone doing anything in particular, or we're all just staring at the data pad as we're asking questions?
I figured we're all just staring at the pad.
Yeah, that's what I
honestly.
figured.
Works for me. All right, the light show has died down ever so slightly. You know that your location has been shared multiple times, but you guys are currently en route. We're on the move. It's okay.
The ship can tell us if anyone's approaching, so that's fine.
Yes. And as you say that, you actually realize that now the light show has died down. There is indeed something approaching.
Nice.
We gotta go! I turn off the pad now.
All right. It takes an extra second to shut down as if it's trying to process all the data, but all the same, it is still, unfortunately, trying to shout, let it all out. But
Shout.
Georgiana,
Come and get me.
pretty much, as you move over to the console, you can see that you've drawn the ire of two ships, and they're coming in fast. What do you do?
I'm gonna shoot a light show to blind them
Okay.
and skedaddle away.
All right. So
Captain, does that work for you?
Yes.
alrighty.
Is there like a nearby planet we can hide behind or on?
Going at the speed that you guys are, if you wanted to hide on a planet, you very much could do that. You can hide behind a multitude of things if you wish and try to cloak your presence.
A meteor shower, sunbelt belt. Yeah,
Okay. You want to hide in one?
yeah,
All right. First, you want to flash. Are you firing instead flash?
of course. Or I'll have Liam do it.
Well, roll me shoot. With Liam's assistance, I'll give you +1.
I'm gonna be right back.
All right.
Just so
Holy
you know.
mother of God. All right.
Holy.
Spicy.
That's a 7. Okay. With that,
I accidentally fired the super light show.
yes, you did. All right. I'm going to roll 2 times, basically, for them to try to avoid 1 and 2. So you have a total of 7. All right. Well, 7 is enough to cover both of those. Congratulations. So you're, in fact, that is dead on. Alrighty. You very quickly notice that you are being followed, and less followed and more immediately pursued. You can tell that they have their weapons locked on you all, and they are probably ready to fire, no questions asked. With the assistance of Liam, you're able to fire off a flare effectively. It reflects off some of the light that's given off from a nearby star.
By the
or two.
way, when I say light show, you know how you can fire like lots of little stuff, and it helps confuse any like targeting stuff. They target like the little bits and pieces instead.
Mhm.
That's also what I fired. So it's a light show plus that.
Okay. You rolled so high. I agree. I like that. Good stuff. You can tell that immediately they are drawn off course. Now, not violently, and in the sense they have no idea where they are, but they are incredibly confused as of this exact second. Fortunately for you, Georgiana, you decided to use this around what seems to be a meteor storm, a belt that is not violently flowing, so you should be able to fly into here with relative ease. If you don't want to go ahead and roll me your piloting skill, do you have any bonuses to that? With I think you had a skill, didn't you?
I have Barnstormer.
What did that do with that?
You can squeeze your plane through places where it has no business fitting.
I like that. All right. This is relatively difficult for a normal person, so go ahead and roll me pilot. All right, excellent. You shift and move the Kabuto in just the exact way. It's a very, very close call. You just barely scrape up against a few asteroids, but this is all planned by Georgiana, of course. And you flip and turn the Kabuto in just the right angle to be hiding behind 2 asteroids that recently bounced off each other. From an outside perspective, you might look like you either were smashed or went a completely separate direction. But quickly turning the boosters and jetting in the opposite direction, you're able to throw off any pursuers. And you hold there for now. And you hold. And you hold. And after waiting for a reasonable amount of time, you feel as if you're no longer being currently pursued. But you do know there are people out there looking for you.
So are these the people trying to get our data pad?
Presumably, yes. Usually people don't fire unprovoked. Could have been something else, but we didn't have time to check.
Nara, can you scan in the general vicinity area, whatever, to see if we have anybody still on our tail? Or
I think she's currently AFK.
Oh, okay.
But she does go to check.
Not you.
As she do. And it looks like they went off in a different direction. Georgiana's little play seems to have worked.
All right, Captain, what are you thinking?
Well, they went one way.
I'm thinking we should go like 90 degrees in the other direction. So not the way they came from, but not the way they went.
Well, what direction is our bounty located?
In general, it's the same general direction you guys are currently going. It would take a little bit of findangling not to just take a straight shot there and give yourselves away.
I'm a expert pilot. Works for me.
Indeed you are.
GG, set a course to our bounty, but about a half a degree off while going light speed, so we're not exactly there.
All right. Are we taking the scenic route?
Yes.
Captain. Away we go.
Alrighty. And as you head there, you can tell that while it still may be transmitting, it's currently
Alright, you got
weaker.
shot, by the way.
Me?
You lost both your arms, yeah, sorry. You'll never be the same. No, you're fine.
You die.
Clearly, that stupid choker doesn't work.
Exactly.
You're currently bleeding out, but it's okay.
My brain corrected it to chocobo for
It's
some
fine.
reason.
I've made a
Stupid choker bow doesn't even work.
I had a choker bow. It's a choker with a chocobo pendant.
Is it a spider holding a chocobo?
Yeah, and it's
Let that chocobo go,
slimy
please.
little,
He's a good boy.
No.
Rude.
It's his fault for getting in my way.
This is a true fact.
What did actually happen, though? What did I miss? Anything?
We're just going hyper speed to our location, but in a slightly scenic route direction.
Can I also, is there any way I can, like, scramble the signal?
Which signal?
The, one that's transmitting our location.
Rather than scrambling, because I bet it's immune, can she reroute it to make the source hard to determine?
You can definitely do that, yeah. You guys have the initial wave, if you will, you guys avoided. So it's seemingly just kind of sharing your guys' location every once in a while. Annoyingly, you guys are moving fast enough that fortunately,
really matter,
it would matter if you guys are going straight. Georgiana's trying her absolute best to.
But we're like zigzagging.
She's like, yeah, serpentine patterns,
Okay.
basically, as
All
randomly
right.
as she possibly can. So
Okay. I'm not gonna worry about it then.
I might take us on a
trust
couple of
Georgiana.
shopping trips on the way. Just FYI.
For what reason?
Pick up a hair bow there, pair of shoes here.
Sounds suspicious, but go on. Like,
Sexy outfit from over there.
sexy outfit from over there.
Meek is very excited.
He gets a nice little red number.
Fox
Slinky.
treats from that planet.
We get him a girlfriend. Her name is Fleek.
Oh my god. What color is she?
Pink,
Orange,
obviously. But orange and blue? No.
Yes. Yes.
No.
All right. How about a
How about a?
a strawberry blonde? How's that?
Fortunately,
No.
blue goes with almost every color.
Blue? Yeah, that's true. How about green?
No.
Oh, they
Oh,
meant-
but you'll
meant-
do orange. You'll do orange and blue, but
I
not
mean,
blue and green.
Orange and blue are like the most commonly placed together colors.
It doesn't mean it looks good.
I'm not thinking of an alien fox. Damn it! I'm thinking of a normal one.
A normal one. Well, that doesn't work for me.
Just a regular
All
ass
right,
fox.
fine. Pink it is.
It's just a regular fox, and
Yeah.
the fox is like, "Why am I here?"
What did I do wrong?
Peeing
Who
and
are
everything.
you?
Hopefully, you guys have a diaper for it.
Yes.
Foxes are really bad
We
with that.
teach it to learn how to use the
Fox urinal?
latrine.
Don't worry.
Yeah,
Ghost
the
will
fox
bap it
urinal.
every time it's bad.
You what?
I said
Wow.
Ghost will bap it every time it's bad.
Ghost will?
Yeah.
Don't.
I mean, Ghost is a cat. I think he'll bap him just to bap him.
Yeah.
I mean,
Probably.
yes.
Can Ghost bap? His leggies and armies are very tiny.
Yes, he
They
can
don't
bap.
exist.
He lures his targets in by
Okay.
looking like a little chew toy.
Okay.
then
They
they
Oh.
do
die.
Ghost right in the nose. Bap.
Sort of like when cats lay in their stomach and you're like, oh, you want me to pet you? And it's like, no.
Exactly.
You idiot.
And then you die.
And then you die. From the wrist down, just gone.
Exactly.
Fair enough. Alrighty, with that and your expert piloting, I don't know where it almost came out. I think I ooh-oohed a little too hard that last sentence, and I almost snuck in
Ooh-woo.
Yeah, I almost snuck in some ooh there. All right, let's go. Let's get that out. Okay, no more ooh. You guys move over to the, I almost said Thruel district. Thruel, which is a subsection.
Woo-woo.
No.
Or
No.
Fuck.
Georgiana's shot out of the Kabuto and just floats into space.
and she's dead.
And goodbye, Georgiana.
Nothing of value was
new
lost.
Pilot, Aldris.
Wow.
Ghost is already
Wow.
Ghost is already in the seat.
Ghost is the new pilot.
Yeah.
Ghost is probably better at it anyway.
Wow.
I mean, what isn't Ghost amazing at? Have you guys seen Ghost stats?
Yes.
Looking about, you guys knew this ahead of time, but this area was unfortunately used for combat. This entire zone is a seemingly destroyed. Oh my god, what are they called? Shit.
And this is where our package is?
Yes. Okay. Waifu, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Remember Gundam Thunderbolt?
No.
Are you kidding me?
You are so cute. You know what I'm talking about, right, babe?
We need to watch that again then. Do you remember? Oh my god, how do you remember Gundam Thunderbolt?
All right. Which one was Thunderbolt?
The one where there's like two sniper dudes fighting in space amongst the debris of two colonies, those big floating colonies. There we go.
Okay. Yeah.
I was trying to think of that word, colony. See, I just need to think through it myself. I don't need you.
Wow.
Yes. Okay. Basically, there was a war here, and it looks like there's essentially wreckage and debris from two massive colonies. These are large enough to hold millions of people, so they are quite large. Unfortunately, we don't know the exact time of this, as we're not local to this space sector. But a lot of folk use this, pirates, I believe you called them, as a home, as somewhere to hide, as there really is no reason to fly through here. If you attempt to speed through, you'll most likely destroy your ship, as there is just debris and wreckage everywhere. Fortunately for them, it makes for very good hiding.
Barnstormer. Thank you very much.
Indeed. Once again, this applies to normal folk. Of which you are
Just
not.
a bunch of weirdos.
In the best way possible, yes.
I'm not a weirdo. I'm an expert.
This is adjacent to
What's the
where our
difference?
package is. Because we took the scenic route, right?
Correct. So your package is here. It's basically, you know, the pirates. house themselves here in the wreckage. The rumor, effectively, that you received was that this is where they decide to house themselves.
All right, so bad guys are in wreckage, hiding out somewhere.
Well, then we just need to have Kabuto do a scan for life forms, right? Life energy?
Lenergy.
Energy, electricity energy,
Kabuto,
life
do your
energy,
thing, do your thing.
any kind of energy.
All right.
Kabuto, scan for any signs of active machines.
All right, excellent. As per usual, the thing is done, if you will. Unfortunately, question mark, you do indeed receive multiple pings. There are, not really needing to say, there are multiple mechs and such that are all stationed, all sprinkled about here and there. There are some dilapidated bits of the colony, it looks like, that maybe have their lights on through some strange combination of just gearing and wiring things together. It still functions. So, from what you guys can tell, they are hiding here, but they're not hiding here, if that makes any sense.
No.
These pirates, and most likely others, are choosing to use this wreckage to house themselves, but they're not maybe making it too quiet because
Like
why would anyone bother them?
Shelter.
Not necessarily.
No, I just mean like you know how homeless people sometimes like will build their little thing under a bridge.
Oh, like a little town?
Yes, that's
Yeah.
what I meant.
Oh, yes. Yeah, closer to that. Yes, closer to that. Effectively, it's a makeshift home for them. In fact, from this distance, you guys can actually see one or two of their mechs floating between two rather large chunks of this post colony. So, like I said, they're hiding here, but not hiding. That makes any sense.
I'm gonna send my spy drone out to kind of see how many people we're dealing with.
All right. This is a absolutely massive amount of space to cover, so it's going to, along with the scanning of the Kabuto, attempt to give you guys back information. And while it's doing that,
We need to know what kind of defenses they have too.
okay, it's checking for that as well.
I'm sending it mostly towards the two mechs that we can see.
Okay. What's everybody else doing?
I'm piloting, looking for potential threats.
Okay. How far away are you? Not from the core, but let's say from... It's borderline impossible to miss the Thrall colonies from space. So basically, once you get here, if that makes any sense, you know it. They are massive. So how far are you choosing to stay? Or are you just kind of moving it?
I mean, I guess I want to get kind of close so that our sensors can get an accurate reading.
Okay. You can get close enough that your sensors are working quite well. Are you attempting to kind of zip between rubble and rubble and rubble as you get closer to enter the actual area proper? Or are you trying to stay on the outskirts so they don't know you're here? Trying to get a close look or stay far?
For now, I want to stay far.
Okay. I guess to give you an idea of the amount of space this covers, I want to say approximately, and I know this amount of this size doesn't make any sense to our human brains, I want to say the area of the wreckage spans about half of Earth, I would say. So like take the Earth and cut its size in about half, and that's about how much space the wreckage is floating. If that makes any sense to you guys.
Jesus.
Wait, sorry, say it again.
Take the Earth. Don't cut it in half. It's still a circle because space. But take the Earth's size, shrink it by about half, and that's about the amount of space that this rubble is floating. So the overall area is massive.
So I kind of have to get close, is what you're saying.
If you want good information, yes.
It's not as small as I thought you were talking about.
No, like I said,
Like this is not space station small.
so each of these housed millions of people and something horrible happened, and they weren't too close. So the rubble of this is once again floating throughout space, and it's been floating for quite some time. So like I said, all the rubble spans about that much. The core, like the center area where most of the action you guys would assume is about the size of like an average space station that you would probably imagine. Maybe like Deep Space Nine, maybe a little smaller than that.
Gotcha.
But I say around that size. But the colonies themselves were huge. Unfortunately, now in pieces. So obviously the Kabuto could zip by here and like, okay, well, speed is irrelevant when we got like light speed and shit. But not using light speed, you guys could probably zip past here in like a minute or so, going at a pretty good speed. But with your max, it would take a bit longer.
I mean, all right. They're probably used to ships just passing by then.
Yeah, and I guess to help reiterate, Georgiana, because it's so large, you have plenty of areas of entry, if you will. There's no entrance proper, of course. You're just floating in space with debris. So it's not too weird to have you float by.
Are you suggesting I deactivate our what's-its?
Oh, no, I'm just letting you know that if whatever you do, basically, you're not effectively floating into an area that's like tiny, and they're going to see you automatically. So I'm letting you know it's large enough that if you choose a stealth, you very much can. And obviously, because you're a professional pilot, you can do this pretty easily.
So you said we see at least 2 mechs that look like they could be potentially pirate mechs?
Oh yeah.
All right, hold up. This is the kind of situation where GG would stealth.
That entirely depends on Gigi's current mood.
Can I tell by looking at these pirates if they are pirates that I've seen before? Like if they're a part of a clan I've seen?
Difficult to tell from this distance, but fortunately for you, it seems that they're coming back your stealth drone, that is. And all the scanning that Nara has been doing, plus the Kabuto trying to assist to the best of its ability. I'll ask again real quick just to clarify. Currently, Georgiana, are you floating on the outskirts or kind of just casually zooming on by?
I will... can I casually zoom on by and be stealthy?
Yeah, of course. A rolling pilot.
Then I shall do that.
All right. Spicy. All right. To your knowledge, you're not seeing. And if you are, it doesn't raise any alarms. You're not fired upon. The Kabuto doesn't go into defense mode. Everything seems to be relatively relaxed. And Ryder, by this point, your stealth drone has returned to the Kabuto. And as I mentioned, all the scanning the Kabuto and Nara has been doing is effectively done. Of course, it'll be constantly scanning for any altercations that break out, any enemies that decide to approach the Kabuto without permission. That's always running, so you don't need to worry about that. In general, though, their numbers are unfortunately questionable. What you do know is that the quality...
Trouble in too many, or...?
Probably too many. As this area is large, from what you can tell, there isn't just... the feedback, at least. It's not just this group of pirates. There are other groups. And they're definitely aware of each other. There's no way they aren't. From what you can gather, they're most likely maybe in a stalemate. Maybe you stay on your side, we'll stay on our side. But their proximity to each other, you can tell that they are not allies. And each of these groups varies, each pocket, I guess, if you will, varies anywhere from 3 to 30 mechs. Not all of them are manned, by the way. And there are multiple pockets strewn throughout this wreckage. But you do know the one that you are focused on. They actually decide to paint their mechs with bright orange with strips of red.
Hey, Captain, what kind of mission did you ask for?
Pretty much, we're here to get a package and kill a bunch of pirates.
There's a lot lot of pirates here.
Something's not adding up.
Listen, Thieve didn't tell me how many pirates there would be. He just said
I'm all for a good massacre, but this seems a bit excessive.
Also, to be clear, the area is large enough that the other groups aren't necessarily close enough to care or to assist. Because, like I said, there's a good stretch between each.
Were we able to see if... Sorry. Were we able to see if there is like a package anywhere, or is it kind of hidden?
Yeah, do we have any idea what we're looking for?
You know what you know what it looks like? There's no way you've seen it. It's definitely hidden. You do know which group has it, though.
Did it have some sort of electromagnetic signal Nara can track?
Like a signature? Yes, it definitely does. Unfortunately,
They're a tracking package.
Effectively, yes, but surprise, surprise, they did something to it. They tinkered with it. You'd have to get very close to know which is which.
I can do that.
All right, I'll put it this way. You, either being the you or the scanning device, needs to get close.
How about I have a plan?
Mm-hmm.
Me and Aldris are gonna put paint on our mechs to make it look like we're pirates. So we fit in, so we can get close enough to see if we can find the package, and then we'll assess from there.
Sounds like a plan for sure.
That is a plan.
I'm thinking a dangerous one because they should recognize their own people pretty easily.
Yeah.
Probably.
But there's a lot of
There are a lot. There are a lot of different groups. And like I mentioned, these ones are... It's... When I say orange, I don't mean like a bright orange. It's like a burnt orange with like red stripes.
I mean, to be fair, I can stealth around. That's my highest stat.
yes,
Yeah.
but deceiving people is so much funner.
Do the pirates work with merchants or smugglers?
In general, you know most pirates will, yes.
Do you have anything that on board that could be...
No.
Oh, are you saying, GG, we can pose as a merchant?
Yeah. With something
We don't
they
have anything
specialize
to
in,
sell.
smuggle-wise.
Rid of all the drugs, didn't we?
What did we do with all those drugs?
No, I thought we gave them to
gave
what's
them
his
back.
face.
Yeah.
Well, I skimmed a little bit off the
Howdy
top.
McCormick.
I said, did you guys give them all back or did you keep some?
I'm pretty sure we gave them all back.
Yeah, I think didn't we track down where else it had been.
Wait,
sold,
we
or-
still have... Don't we still have... Because our ship is big. Don't we still have homeboy that I cut his arm off ship on board?
I don't think y'all got rid of it.
Oh.
Yeah.
There
We
you
can
go.
say we have a ship for sale.
It was in good condition. You didn't destroy it.
Sure.
All right, I got this. I'm gonna pose as let me think of a name. I'm feeling the country vibes from being a salesman. My name is. Give me a second. I'm trying to think of a last name.
What was your name last time?
I don't know.
You can have my name. You can be Buckaroo.
Nah.
Or was that yours? I don't
I
even
think it
remember.
was his actually. 'cause
Weren't you
it's
all
the
Buckaroo?
worst name ever. Yeah, we were
We
all.
were all kind of Buckaroo. Yeah.
One was Buckaroo Jones.
Oh no.
We're all Buckaroo now.
Buckaroo.
Captain Buckaroo.
Yeah, we could always be. I don't know.
No, wait.
In real time in the game,
Mhm.
GM, I guarantee that the captain is not fumbling for a good name.
Definitely not.
He already
No.
has this locked.
You would
I'm
never.
always on point.
Yes, he's trying to think of the best way to, attack and maybe his best delivery. He's readying his uniform.
And or whatnot.
And I guess the question is, Brought to the rest of you, what are you all doing? Not this very second. What's your plan?
I mean, if we're posing as merchants, then I'm gonna go, I don't know, try to dress up as a fancy merchant.
Okay. Are you bringing Meek with you?
Of course.
Are you dressing Meek up?
He gets to sit on my shoulder.
Does he get to wear a tie or something?
I have a tie small enough for him.
All right, are you ready?
I'm ready.
My name is Wild. Sorry. My name is Wild Billy Oakley.
Oh no.
Wild Billy Oakley?
Wild Billy Oakley. I'm the best salesman on this side of this galaxy.
All
Sounds
right.
like he sells bass.
Yes, it does sound like a salesman's name.
That is a... You're selling me something
Sell
used.
fast cars, cheap cars, all the cars. You want the cars? I got the cars. I got all the spaceships you want.
He's selling me something fast and I don't want it. Sounds perfect.
You better keep up, kid. I'm gonna leave you in the dust.
Perfect. All right. Are the rest of you just posing as his entourage or...
Poses
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah, I
I'm-
guess.
I'm the pilot. I'm the pilot.
Okay.
Can we have
He's
Liam
changing it if you
on-
want Billy Oakley.
Can we have Liam on the guns, like as a lookout?
That's what he does, yeah.
Does Liam have a...
E in Billy's name.
Does he even have a shirt? No. He's allergic to them.
I like it that way.
They
It's
call
like,
him Shirtless Liam.
Yeah, shirtless
it's like
Liam.
Mel's vampire character.
Exactly.
Yes.
Freaking
That was the worst.
Kovu, good old belted up Kovu.
Oh, Kovu. Liam's better than Kovu, I think. I'm sorry.
What?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I wasn't really into the whole shining skin thing.
I mean, he's partially dead. He can't help that.
Yeah,
Partially dead.
That's not my problem.
He's just
That
very
sounds
pale.
like a him problem.
Bully.
I'm not a bully. He could just put on a shirt.
Bully Kovu.
Always bully Kovu. He can take it.
Bully him if he wore a shirt.
He can take it. It's all right. Make fun of him. He doesn't care.
I will proceed.
Technically,
to do
he's dead because we're in
exactly
the
that.
future.
He got his happy end, so.
Oh, how
Indeed.
lame.
You got his
Go
happy
on.
ending.
All right, so Aldous is dressed up, Meek is dressed up. We got Wild Billy Oakley. Nara, you saying behind?
Yeah, I'm gonna.
I mean, she needs to find the signal, right?
Yeah,
That's fine.
I do. Are you guys? Are you planning? Is this a diversion? Or are you actually scanning for this package?
Both.
Because I don't know if I should be also searching for it.
I will say in general, the way it's hidden, someone should probably be actively scanning for it. That would make sense. Of course, the Kabuto will help
You need to
to
be
the best of
close
its
to
ability.
it, right?
Correct. You also need to be close to it.
So I'm gonna get in my mech.
Okay.
I'm gonna cloak myself as best as I can because I don't know if that technology exists. And then I'm gonna.
Definitely does, but to a to a degree.
I of course would have the ability to do this.
Of course.
To some degree. And then I'm gonna stealth around with the scanner.
How's your new necklace coming?
You don't see it on my neck?
Oh, I'm sorry. It needs to be polished a little bit.
Okay. What?
I'm just gonna spit shine it.
Ew, don't spit I smack her hand.
I admire it from afar.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what you should do with me.
It's pink, right? It's pink, right?
I don't wear pink.
I don't think Nara would wear pink.
But it's mine.
Maybe it shoots
Okay.
pink. Maybe in attack mode.
In attack mode, the scanners are pink.
Ah.
The display is pink.
Can't have people knowing it'll stick out too much if it's pink all the time.
That is fair.
Which for Georgiana makes zero sense.
Yeah, but for me,
Why would you want that?
why would you want that? All right, so I'm gonna do that while they're doing that.
Sounds
I'm gonna
good.
Stealth around.
All right, so we'll say you kind of pop out to. You're gonna wait for them, of course, to make contact. But you guys are relatively casually entering the full area, if you will. We'll keep you guys kind of in local space because local
if
space
we're
just means
going
around the Kabuto.
Yeah, if we're going to pose as merchants, I guess I should radio ahead, looking for proper entry point
Okay.
or entry
I
path.
ignore this. I cloak and stealth.
You attempt to link up comms with the these wonderful individuals here, and it does take you an extra second, but you're not greeted by words. Instead, the screen just shakes. You see a few symbols, and you know these are code for something. Ryder, you've actually seen these before. Basically, they want you to respond in code. And effectively what they're asking, they're basically trying to see if y'all are cops or, you know, narcs or something. They're like 4 symbols. effectively. So not noises. They're like four symbols in no specific language.
I agree with that. How dare? Isn't our ship notorious by now?
I assume you guys have done something to make it look a little different.
It looks like it looks a little scrappy.
Oh, yeah, I guess.
Because you guys are trying to hide yourselves, right?
It looks
Okay.
like it looks like we're a little down on our luck and really need to sell this ship. To go anywhere.
We're not trying to sell the Kabuto. We're trying to sell the ship inside the ship.
Yeah, but I'm saying not selling this ship. More like we need money to do stuff with this ship.
Fair.
You know?
You guys don't think I can make the... I forgot. You guys don't own the ship. You don't know about this button. Hey, Kabuto.
Yes, Ryder.
Make you look different. And I press a button.
Look different from me, baby.
It's gonna change. It changes the colors and some of the outward form of the ship kind of like shifts to like make it look more triangular.
Initiating look different protocol.
Ew, I don't like the shape now. Ugh.
It's a little
not your
off-putting to the point where someone would look at it and probably go,
it's weird.
"That's definitely not the Kabuto."
This is how I get around when I have some heat on me.
Love it.
Alrighty. So
I
you guys
should use
are
that protocol for myself.
you guys are slowly floating on in, and Ryder, knowing this code, like I mentioned before, they're basically trying to see if y'all are narcs. Effectively, if you take too long to respond, they'll just zap you. But because you respond with relative speed, basically, you know, nah, we're good is effectively the response. They accept you. And Georgiana, you could tell that something was locked onto you, but no longer is. So as of current, you guys are accepted. You definitely came at the angle of this group is called the Burnt Brotherhood, by the way.
Sexy.
Yes.
Nice.
And you move on in, and you can see a couple of them sort of float out behind, and then float out, and then float out. And they have weapons drawn, not aggressively, just this is pretty normal for them, right? You've seen. There's about 2 to the left, 2 to the right, and then 1 is approaching your group. It stops about, we'll say, 10 ships length away, and it hails the Kabuto.
I'm gonna press a button on my captain chair. I'm gonna be like, Kabuto, hat me, and then a cowboy hat's gonna drop on my head.
Deploying hat. All right, you are now hatted.
All right, I pressed the hail button.
All right, you hail them back, and you do not see a face, but you effectively just see space static. It's just black. And then a voice rings out throughout the Kabuto. It's very scratchy. You can tell whatever technology they have probably isn't up to snuff. It's either old and broken down, or Stolten hasn't been adequately taken care of or acclimated to the mech that he's currently piloting. But all the same, a voice cracks out. It says, "What do you want?"
Yeah, this is why Wild Billy Oakley. I am the best salesman in the galaxy. I heard about you guys out here from a little buddy of mine, and he said you guys were probably willing to buy some ships. I got some good ships. I got some bad ships. You don't want the bad ships, but I have this special ship on me right now. Very good deal you guys might love. It's also from a very not good fella, but don't worry, he doesn't really need it because he's missing an arm right now.
A pregnant pause from all included. Guns are slightly lowered, just in shock, and you hear nothing for a good 5 seconds. Nara, you can roll me stealth while they're shocked. I'll give you a +1 to that from whatever Wild Bill Oakley just did. All right, that's a wonderful, wonderful amount. Not even roll that high? Nope. Okay, do not notice you. All right, so Nara, effectively what you're doing is you're just kind of moving about looking for the package.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you begin to do so. This is going to be, unfortunately, a long and arduous task, but you can move around with that roll fairly, incredibly stealthily, fairly speedily, though. So you begin your look about.
Love it.
The voice returns to you, Mr. Wild Billy Oakley. On a side note, Nara, you are keen to the conversation. If you wish to chime in, of course, you're allowed to, but you can very much hear what's going on right now. You guys are all
I'm
connected.
just listen and not say anything. I'm incredibly focused.
Perfectly fine. And he responds with, I'm sorry, what, you here to set a ship?
I'm sitting here. I'm here to sell ships. I'm here to sell mechs. I'm here to sell what you need. I got all the fixing for you guys.
They like turn and look at each other and like look back at you, just kind of flabbergasted. All right, I'm not entirely sure if Eddie, you, what was your name again?
Seems Wild Billy Oakley. What about pleasure and meet you?
Yeah, pleasure's mine, friend. Well, shit, that's definitely a howdy hello. Yeah, sure. You wares in that ship there?
Say again?
I said your wares in the ship there.
Darn right. I got mechs aplenty. I got this fabulous ship with a ton of stuff on board that's not even touched. It could be all yours for a good price. Just name it. We can talk it and do the bargaining.
Oh,
Welcome to Wild Billy Oakley's shop.
All right, they probably just think you're crazy, but
Well, this is happening on Crude and
Correct.
actual jingle sound.
they are playing along, and they're very much like, okay, yeah, sure. I mean, he's either insane and we just kill him, or he's actually selling stuff. So guns are still out, but they're not pointed to you anymore. If anything, they're amused by your little show. The mech motions for you guys to bring the Kabuto closer, and as he kind of turns a corner, Nara, you're actually already here, but there's a little alcove where there's there's 4 mechs you guys can see. The fifth one is bringing you guys forward. There's 2 on the right, 2 on the left. There's the one that's floating in front of you guys, and as you guys turn this corner, you see about 4 more.
Okay.
And then from what your scanners have fed back to you, this is basically all of them in this area. So there's a total of 9.
9 bad boys.
9 bad boys.
A lot of bad boys.
Your scanners also return information, which is quite important. The general upkeep on these bad boys, if you will, not exactly up to snuff, not up to your guys' standards.
That's
Nara,
what I like to hear.
I'd like to imagine there was some disgust upon seeing how they keep everything.
Absolutely.
Like their mechs are just kind of doo-doo looking.
Yeah, they're not that great.
Pathetic.
Yeah, especially compared to yours.
Sucks to be them. Good for me, though.
Precisely. And Nara, you're actually already in this little alcove, stealthing around. No one sees you. There is a pile of goods at the back of this alcove. There's boxes upon boxes upon boxes. If it is anywhere, it would most likely be there.
All right. Well,
I'm saying we're taking all the boxes, but I'm not saying we're not taking all the boxes.
there aren't any shields up around it or anything, are there?
As you scan for any form of protection, you actually can indeed see that there currently is something up. You physically cannot see it, but your sensors do pick it up. It's not exactly presented, so imagine it's effectively like a large metal cave. And at the very back of the cave, there is a currently invisible sensor. You're not sure if this will just send off an alarm or if it'll physically repel your mech. Of course, anything that would physically touch your mechnar, unfortunately, would break your stealth. So you can, of course, try to figure that out.
Would like to, can I figure out where the item is without breaking that shield?
Sure. You get as close as you possibly can without going past the shield. Now I'll go ahead and have you roll or burglary. Burglary. All right. So with your resounding self-success, they do not see you, but at the distance, unfortunately, you're not able to get this information quickly. It'll take some time. Because the boxes are stacked up, it's really difficult to tell. You know, it's probably back there. You don't know if it's either like, technically if it's under, it would be in a whole other subsect. If it's above, it'd be above us. So you're trying to figure that out.
I don't want to take the time to, take down the shield, however, temporarily or whatever.
Yeah.
If it's not there.
Okay. Do you want to? Are you trying to scan to see if the product is there, or are you trying to mess with the shield now?
I want to see if the product is there, and then if I know that the product is there, I'm going to mess with the shield.
Okay, you're very certain the product is there, but to confirm it, because of that roll, you rolled a 2, we're going to go ahead and say it'll take you an extra second to confirm that.
Okay.
Then we're going to go ahead and cut back over to our group of 3. Georgiana and Aldris, what are you two doing as you guys are being led in? Your sensors let you know that Nara's actually already in this room that you've been brought into.
I would say I'm just on high alert.
Okay.
Same.
To be more specific, where are you? Are you? You're not like piloting the ship anymore, right? Or are you?
Yeah, I thought I was.
Okay.
No, I have to. There's no way a piece of merchant junk would be able to self-pilot, right?
Well, realistically, they don't know. They probably assume that Mr. Wild Billy Oakley is piloting it, though.
All right. Well, I guess in that case, I'll probably head to my mech in case I need it for emergencies.
Yeah,
Gigi, I need you to do something real quick.
That's to them?
No, that's to Gigi.
Yes?
I need you to go down to the ship real quick. The stolen ship that we have.
All right.
And by the way, the Kabuto has dropped you a cowboy hat to fit in. I need you to kind of walk around the ship and be a bourgeois model for 2 seconds. I'm gonna put the cams on so they can see the ship in question. Just be like, showing it off. Be like, hey, ha, huh, look at it, boom.
Let me get my corset real quick.
Oh, so you're gonna pose the ship and show it off?
Yeah.
Sure.
Need some proof that it's there, I guess.
That sounds fun. All right, and while you're going over to your mech, Aldris, there's a small robotic metal hand descending from the ceiling, trying to delicately place a cowboy hat upon your head.
Put it on.
Do you accept the hat?
Yes.
Of course.
You look dashing.
Excellent.
All right, are you wearing this hat as well, Gigi?
Yeah.
All right, you also look amazing. Extra cowboy-y. Alrighty, they move on in, and the conversation continues with you, Mr. Wild Billy Oakley. He says, "All right, then you gonna show the ship off to us?"
Darn right, too. I was just getting right to that. Gigi, are you in place?
Yes.
All right, boys, let's ship the ship in question. I press the button. Send it over cams, and I send over a video.
All right. There it
As
is.
you see, it's a beautiful model with a beautiful model. She's showing it off. She's showing it in. It looks good. Look at the model. It looks great. Which model am I talking about? I don't know. But look at the model. It's a great ship. It does all the fixings.
Obviously, both of them Wild Billy Oakley.
Darn tune.
If you look right this way, gentlemen, we got these glorious boosters.
All right. There's a you actually see the cam is a little like circular bot, of course, made by Nara, and it's floating around you, GG, and it's kind of moving around as you point out each piece of this ship that you guys stole from. Oh, what was his name? Duke Lancaster.
His name is Duke Lancaster?
His name was Duke Lancaster.
What a plebe.
That's a name for sure.
All right, and then the little the good old Dookie. They only called him Dookie once. As the cam is moving about, you can sort of hear them whispering. The conversation's happening throughout the intercom, Georgiana. So you can sort of hear them going, "Oh, all right, not bad, not bad, not bad." And they are very much distracted as of current. And while they are distracted, Nara, you're actually able to ascertain that yes, the package, if you will, is indeed somewhere in that pile. But as of current, the fields that are up are preventing you from, getting in.
Okay. I
see like a live feed of what Nara sees?
Are you sharing, Nara?
I'm actually probably not sharing.
Okay.
I wouldn't want somebody to hack
that
into
signal
it.
could be traced.
Yeah, I don't want anybody to hack into it.
Fair enough.
So I'm gonna see if I can there's a shield that's up.
Yes, it seems to be a shield that basically spans the entire backside of this alcove. It is quite large. You can't, like I said, once again, you can't see it, but you can see the sensors.
I would like to. I don't want to turn off the sensors without making sure that they don't, set off an alarm.
Okay.
So, I guess. I don't know. I guess I'll go into their. Gosh.
What are you trying to do?
I want to go into their
exactly?
security system.
Okay.
To temporarily, for I don't know, however long I think I need to get that package and get out.
Okay. So are you trying to take down the barrier, or
I want to create a hole.
a hole? Okay. Roll me burglary. We're basically going to see what kind of barrier this is, and if we can do that. Okay. From what you can tell, Nara, it would probably be possible to make a hole. Unfortunately, this technology is a little old, so you're not sure.
So it's not even advanced enough to necessarily do that.
Right. You could probably do it, is the thing, but, and it's a pretty big but, it might be so unstable that the alarm just instantly go off, so you're not entirely sure.
But I'm in that case. Sorry.
Something you do know. Yeah. Sorry. Something else you do notice though is that in its oldness, there's a very particular aspect that the shield has. It's actually quite simple. It seems that there is something attached to each of their mechs, and each individual that's allowed to go back here that just basically allows them to go back here. Essentially a key, if you will. This way they don't need to take the shield down.
Oh, so could I get a key?
Most likely, yes. In fact, as you look about, you can see that there are... so I mentioned there are 4 mechs that followed in. There's the one. There are 4 more here, but 3 of them are not active. 3 of them are just sitting there waiting. There's 1 active moving about. If anything, it seems like he was guarding the location. But seeing that things are all well, in this time, he's actually parked it and gotten out. And you notice that the there's a way that goes about the 4 mechs parked up against one of the back walls, and you notice there's a banister across from when they jump out. They can kind of patter across on that, and then it goes into another section to this ship, if you will. So there's basically just 4 mechs just sitting there.
See if I can snag one of those keys then.
Okay. That would definitely 100% be a stealth roll.
All right.
Okay. I'm going to give them... Let's see. Because Georgiana's being so distracting and your guys' like little setup, I'm only gonna give him
I'm
a
definitely flaunting my.
wares.
Sorry. Yes.
All right. Okay. So that is their notice roll. If you want, as per usual, you can. I wouldn't recommend re-rolling, but you can always add a +2.
Add my +2 and make it even.
Okay. All right, so let's see. When you're trying to overcome something and you tie, you'll have to succeed at a minor cost. Let's see, what should that minor cost be? I want to say... Yeah, I'm gonna say working in your haste. You realize that you actually need to jump out of your mech, Nara, in order to procure this item, and it doesn't take you too long. You can kind of stealth up behind the side of their little like string of mechs, if you will, and it stays stealth. You haven't touched or bumped into anything, and you kind of hop out. And from this angle, they definitely cannot see you. So as you move on in, you noticed up close that the general condition of these is once again not so great. And working in your haste to kind of get this thing off, you're careful, but unfortunately something shifts at the last second. And I'm gonna say take a mild consequence. Something
Mild consequence?
sharp. Yeah, something sharp cuts you.
Something sharp cuts me.
Something sharp cuts you. Yeah.
So would that be
your suit's
like
able to seal it off?
Laceration.
Yeah. There's like a laceration on your hand. You're able to, catch the blood, if you will, because you guys are in space. But something does cut you, basically, as you're trying to like wedge this thing off. Unfortunately, it just kind of like drops off the mech, and like, oh shit, you don't want to fall because it's gonna make a lot of noise. You catch it, and one of the errant chunks of metal just kind of just cuts into your hand. Not super deep, but enough to draw blood, and your suit has to seal it post haste. But you're actually able to get it off. Yeah.
Is there any blood left?
Is there any what?
Any blood left outside of my suit?
There's probably a little bit floating around, yeah.
I'm gonna see if I can smear it on my suit.
Okay.
I don't want them to have my blood.
Sure. Roll me notice. I'll say you want to get a... We'll say you want to get a 2 since you're reacting so quickly to it.
Damn. What if I use my last fate point?
You very much can.
Can I give my unnamed rain check buff to Nara?
What would the unnamed rain check buff be?
It would be for a specific thing.
Yeah.
One time.
It's not necessarily a buff. It's a thing.
I don't know. I feel like she could get more use about it because she's done a ton of rolls so far.
Okay. We'll say whatever that magic thing Nara has. So using your infinite creativity, Nara, what is this magic gift that I'll just let you borrow that's going to help you capture this blood quickly?
It is a magnet that attaches to the iron in my blood.
Oh my.
Okay, that's weird. I like it. Excellent. So yeah, yeah, magical magnet. You basically go to reach out and yoink the blood, and at first, unfortunately, you miss some of it. But remembering that Aldous did give you guys something, you're able to basically slurp all of it up. And you also have this stealth device, effectively, that you can now put on your stealth device. It's ugly. It's kind of gross, Nara. Fortunately, you can't see your mech, so it's not completely destroying your look. But you do know...
Sorry, go on.
I was saying you do know it's there, so...
Yeah, okay. Okay, here we go.
All right. Now that's attached to your mech, you do know that you can move through this field quite easily. We'll go ahead and cut back to Wild, Billy Oakley, Georgiana, and Aldris. As you're showing enough GG, they respond to you, basically, Billy Oakley, asking for a price. And you guys are trying to be like really easy with this deal, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, excellent. All right.
I feel like we should give Nara time, so like leave it up to negotiation, like maybe a high price, but not super, super high.
Yeah, because actually, since we're here and we have the ship, why don't we legitimately sell it to them?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so the initial price, they kind of look like, where exactly did you get it from? I mean, is it really worth it? What else? What can it do exactly?
Wait. Why would we really sell it to them if
To slow them down.
we can just take their money?
I mean, you can do that too, yeah.
I mean, are we just gonna keep the ship forever, or are we
Yeah.
gonna sell it eventually?
Yeah, is there a reason to keep it forever?
We can bargain with it.
What?
I said you can bargain with it,
I
then you
heard
cut out.
bargain.
Yeah. It basically depends if you guys want this mission to go without a hitch, or if you want it to get explodey. That's entirely
I
up to
mean,
you.
I wouldn't really care as much about the money as I would making sure Nara gets enough time to do her thing.
Okay, so we'll say you guys open negotiations. As you said, Aldris, you guys offer a price that is reasonably high, and maybe a little higher than you think it's worth, which makes them kind of, well, so good about it. Like, well, why exactly do I want this ship? And Georgiana, you're there. What's so beautiful about it?
Show them the weapons inside.
I will show off the weapons inside and rattle off how I've seen them used.
Okay. They you can sort of hear them discussing just shadowed whispers and all that. Looking about the one that you guys are very clearly speaking with is standing next to the Kabuto, and he doesn't need to physically see it because he can, see the little droid that is showing them the footage. Two of the mechs have actually floated away. There are two waiting at the entrance. You guys are in this alcove fully now, and two of them have floated away. They're relatively close, but nowhere near as close as they were. Two more have their guns still drawn because they're not stupid, and they are effectively just kind of waiting this out. And they are facing you guys. The other two are facing outward. And as they kind of, you won't actually let us see it to prove that it's there?
Huh?
We actually want to physically see it. Like, open up.
Oh, you want to see the ship in person?
Yeah, want to see it in person.
That is perfectly fine with me. I'll be right out.
All right.
Just
All right.
pilot it out there.
What are you doing?
I am gonna pilot it out there myself.
Okay. So you hop in, you just pilot it out?
Yeah. So GG, get in your mech just in case any shit happens.
That's what I've just been sitting in mine waiting.
Yeah, smart.
I guess the Kabuto can just autopilot while Liam's on the guns.
He's basically floating effectively right now. Like the it's on and just kind of hovering in place. Effectively, what you're all doing
I'm gonna
right
make
now.
like a spectacle of me coming out of the ship. I'm gonna like come out. I'm gonna do like kind of like rev the engine, make it like pop pop pop, and like do like a loop de loop and kind of like
Do a loop de loop and pull.
I'm gonna do like a drift in
And
front of
shoes on
them,
the
but
thing.
like space wise drift.
Do me a pilot roll, my friend. How cool is this? How absolutely bonkers is this shit? Want to see it? That's pretty good. Yeah, you rolled just 0. These dice are great. Fortunately, though, you got a +3. So yeah, you do your loop-de-loop and pull, and your shoes are looking choice. You actually hear some hooping and hollering from their side, and they're, oh, it's a pretty good-looking ship you got there. What do you say? Lower the price just a wee bit. Times are hard, you know all that. What do you say? We'll take it off you today.
I'm a reel it in. I'm a take in what you thought, what you said. I'm reeling. I smell it. You smell it?
Smells good, I hope.
It smells like a good deal, sir.
All right. Hey, you want to go ahead and the mech just kind of moves off to the side and he actually points where the other 4 mechs are. You want to just go ahead and park it over there?
In Indy, I can park it right over there.
I really think we should offload it.
Huh?
If anything, we might want to be in their good graces for at least a little while.
What do you mean offload it?
Sell it to them, legitimately.
Well, I mean that's what I'm doing right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
And as you're doing that, may I ask, how are you getting back to your ship?
These are all
come out and
questions.
get him.
Sorry, what?
I will talk to them in person because I have to hand over the keys.
This is true. Alrighty. You park this little ship, and his mech, the main one, kind of parks next to this line of other mechs. By this point, Nara, you've actually moved past the field. Nothing's gone off, no alarms, no anything. It seems you've installed it properly and everything is working. What do you do next?
Sick. I see if I can finagle my way to that little box.
All right. As you move to the back of the room, the alarm, yours at least, goes off almost instantly, and you know precisely where it is, now that you've gotten this close.
I grab it.
All right. One issue is your stealth does, of course, work. When you pick things up, they don't necessarily stealth exactly the way you want. Sometimes they look like floating objects. If you have any things you want to try, or any technology I don't know about, you do have all that money.
What do you mean?
If you pick up the box,
grabby things?
No, I'm just saying it'll be a floating box, and they'll probably see it.
Oh no, I think I would be able to create a device that covers it.
Okay, sounds good.
Extension field.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds good. Okay, cool.
An extension field.
I like that. Excellent. All right. So because we're in such a good control position, you're able to sort of take your time with this this little bit here, and you can extend your stealth properties to this box here. And holding it firmly, I assume you kind of just like float on out. Okay. No alarms go off. Again, everything seems perfectly fine. You can actually see a deal going off. Mr. Ryder, or currently Wild Billy Oakley, is getting out of the ship that he's selling.
I have a fake mustache on.
Of course. And the individual gets out of his. He's wearing sort of a jumpsuit that looks a little ripped and torn, but it is still sealed as you guys are in space. He's probably wearing like a jumpsuit over a jumpsuit.
So I can't see any of the packages from here, correct?
You can see in the very, very, very back, there's a few dull lights that just let you see effectively a pile of just boxes. And these are like, the size of something the Kabuto would be picking up. So physically a person cannot pick these up.
Gotcha.
Do I make it back to my own ship?
Are you also the Kabuto is here? Are you going straight back to the Kabuto? The doors are open and you're stealth, so.
I mean, as long as I think I won't, be detected.
Wait, she already has the package?
She has the package, yeah.
So that package was human-sized.
No, it's she picked up the mech. They're all large metal packages. Yeah.
It's big.
Yeah.
I thought she jumped out of her mech.
No.
I had to do that to do the field.
Yeah, she stole the field from one of the mechs put on hers.
If I make it back to the Kabuto, no issues, and I'm able to get inside it and stuff, I think that I would probably have had a signal to let the crew know.
Okay.
Whatever that signal would be, I would send it out. More like a comms message.
Sure. You guys are all flagged, and you know that the package is indeed secure. Nara has landed. Aldris, of course, you're still in your mech. Georgian, you're currently just chilling in yours as well, right? Okay. And Mr. Wild...
I'm petting ghosts while I do it.
Excellent. And Mr. Wild, Billy Oakley, you see this individual walk up to you. His helmet is almost pure black, and it has two strips of red and then just orange down the middle. You assume you can probably see out of it. And he walks up to you with one hand out, asking for the keys, and in the other, you can tell he has a very beat up data pad where he can transfer you the funds, and you guys can have the funds transferred. And he's kind of just waiting, standing in front of you. Ryder.
I was thinking.
Okay.
So he's walking. So it's just him by himself, correct?
Yeah, he's by himself.
What do you call it? Not nice little place you guys got out here. Do you have a name for it?
You got it? What, for him? I mean, it's kind of shit. If I'm being entirely honest, we're just hiding here, where we just keep stuff.
Oh, so this isn't like your home base? It's just a little out wrap.
Yeah, I mean, I guess. I'll be honest. I basically live in me Mecha over there for the most part.
Oh, I feel that. I live in my ship like 24/7 almost. Sometimes
Yeah.
I get on planets, gotta stretch the legs.
Yeah, true enough. I feel most comfortable in it. First, kind of hit my neck, sleeping in it and all, but I don't know. There's something nice about it.
Do you know a fellow named Quark?
I do not know a fellow named Cool.
I hope you get my reference.
I do know multiple Quarks.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
No.
You don't remember the character that you kind of sound like?
Oh,
Korg,
the rock guy?
The rock guy.
Oh, that wasn't his name. His name was what was his name?
Isn't it Korg?
Oh, Korg?
Yeah.
I thought it said Quark.
Yeah, I
Oh,
heard Quark
Quark.
too.
Oh,
my bad.
Quark? Okay, yeah. So I
I'm
know
an
it. I know it.
accident.
Quark. Yeah, no worries. Yes. He looks somewhat confused. He's still kind of holding his hand out for the key.
Well, that sounds great. Yeah, here you go.
All right, he takes the key from your hand and then holds the really janky looking data pad out. All right, I can transfer the funds then, if you're ready.
I'm gonna grab this. I'm like, what model data pad is this?
Ah, shit, I don't know. I took him from somebody.
I mean, it looks a little janky. I could always sell you a new one.
I mean, you know what? I think I'm comfortable with this one. Been using it for a while. I got it to work. If you know what I mean. It's a shitty old shoe, but it fits.
I feel that so much in my heart. All right, send me the moolah.
All right. Well, unfortunately, with these older models, I need to, I can't just wave it and send you the funds. You got to get a little closer with your pad and all that.
With the pad that's in my hand.
Well, so he's holding his. He's basically wanting you to take yours out, so we can basically touch them together.
Okay. So I take my pad out.
Okay. And then he sort of holds his out, and there's like this weird and it's like beeping. He's just like staring at it, like it takes a second, and he like types a few things, and you can tell this is definitely an older model. And after it pauses for a moment, you can tell that it sparks. There's like it pops, and he's just like, okay, he goes to blow on it, but he can't because he's wearing his helmet. So he's trying to like wave the smoke out. But you actually see that the funds in full were sent to you.
Nice.
All right, he pockets it and kind of throws the keys up and catches them and kind of, holds them in his hands and looks around a bit and goes, not bad. And he starts to walk over the ship and he kind of leans on it. Hey, what was your name again?
Wild Billy Oakley.
I'll be entirely honest, not entirely sure I've heard of you, friend. You're kind of crazy, but you know what? It's a good deal. Good ship.
Very good ship indeed.
Or well, if there's nothing else you need, you can kind of, piss off now. We'll make sure you leave safe. No one's going to shoot you, at least from this side. Just make sure you leave the same way you came in.
At least from this side.
Wait, what?
Leave from this angle, otherwise you might get shot from somebody else, is what he said, basically. These people won't shoot you, is what he said.
Righto. I'll be on my way.
All right, he's kind of just watching you. You just head back to the Kabuto?
Sure.
Okay.
I'm gonna slink out out of his view and then press my little chest piece of invisibility.
You're just gonna go invisible? I mean, you are being watched by other people, by the way.
No, I know. I said
Okay.
I'm gonna step out of view of everybody
Okay.
and then press it.
Okay.
Nobody can see me.
Roll me stealth to see if they notice that or not.
If they notice what?
You doing that.
Doing what?
Walking away.
Walking away and trying to slink away, because basically they're going to see you walk away and then not appear again or appear in your ship because they're looking at your ship. If they don't see you walk into your ship, they're going to wonder where the hell you went.
Well, I don't have a ship.
Yeah, you do.
I don't. We didn't park the Kabuto. I just drove the ship over to them.
Oh, a Kabuto can just come over.
Sure, Carpenter can come over. Okay. Regardless, this is their base. You need to roll something. Otherwise, you're just going to kind of like disappear and they'll think it's weird. Like I said, you are being watched.
Is this kind of like Like, can I see space from here? Like, can I see the Kabuto?
Yeah, definitely. The Kabuto's floating in front of you guys. There are not really too many places to hide. You're kind of up and you're in one of the most exposed areas in the entire little alcove. So.
Interesting.
Yeah. So there's not really a barrel like duck behind it and just suddenly stealth. And if you were to turn any corner or walk anywhere and then just not be there anymore, they would wonder where you went. So if you do this successfully, they might miss you.
I'm just trying to think of a way to get back there.
Get back to what?
Where the packages are.
Oh, to move backward? I mean, realistically, this would be...
Want all the packages.
Stealthing would work. You can't physically pick them up, obviously, but...
That's why there's murder going to be involved.
Yeah, so if you're trying to get back there, you can roll stealth, and then I'm going to roll...
Surely Kabuto has a transporter.
I mean, it can pull you guys back depending on, certain circumstances and such.
Can it do an area transport around a target?
If you're asking if it could just suck up all the goods, definitely not, no.
Damn it.
That would be way too convenient.
Something to it.
Yeah.
Can the Kabuto beam me up?
Depending on how close you are.
Am I pretty close for it to warp me back to base?
If you needed it, yes.
All right, press a button on my wrist to warp back.
Okay, it's realistically fairly normal. You could either warp back, or realistically the Kabuto could just... It's already open, so it could just open. You could just float back. Either of those would be perfectly acceptable.
Warp back.
And not weird at all. So you do that. All of you are now back on the Kabuto, and you notice this individual jumps into his new ride and starts doing flips and spinning around. Just kind of a little joyride in his new product.
Am I impressed with this joyride?
Yeah, he's all right.
All right.
He's a little sloppy. He's having fun.
That's fair.
He could be.
So, Nara, how many packages do you see back there?
I would say approximately... You saw about 50 or so, Nara, I'd say.
Wait, what?
You saw about 50 packages back there.
I saw about 50?
About 50, yeah.
Okay. Do I say that? But I definitely have the right one, right?
You definitely have the right one, yes. You had enough time. You rolled well enough that without a doubt, you can't really open it. It's like a giant metal sealed box.
Yeah, I'm not going to try opening it.
But you do know for a fact you have the correct one. No questions asked.
Okay. Where's everybody else right now?
I'm in my mech waiting.
Yeah.
So am I. I was just waiting to see if anything went wrong.
No. I give you the okay.
Huh?
I meant more on Ryder's end.
Oh.
In case something happened, I was just gonna zoom out there.
So yeah, how many boxes did you see?
There were like 50.
Okay, so we have two options. We're close enough now. How many opponents do we have outside that we can see that are like in our general direction?
You can see 2 mech units facing inward, which is where you guys are. You know that there are 2 facing outward, but cannot currently see them. You know they're not too far, though. Other than that, the rest are basically parked.
All right, so we can either do it the slow and methodical way or the big and loud way. Slow and methodical way is we shoot out 2 EMP missiles and hit these 2 boogers outside of our ship, deactivating them, and then we'll swoop in with our mechs to go grab some packages and swoop back out. And then while 2 of us are doing that or 3 of us are doing that, we make sure none of other mechs come in. And if they do, we wah 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 and take them out silently. Or the big way, we just shoot missiles at people, blow them up, get in there, grab them, and book it.
How about I propose a race?
To be totally honest, I I'm not entirely sure where I spent all that time sneaking around if we were just gonna do this.
Well, we didn't know that there was going to be multiple packages, but now that we know, we can make a lot more money because Thieve doesn't know we're going to get more packages. Only the one. So we can sell
But
this.
didn't he
make more
only
money.
request the one?
He only requested the one, but we can get multiple packages and sell it. For more.
How about I propose a race against the guy in that new mech of his, and we can bet on it because I promised some betting.
You did promise me some betting. I just don't know why I spent all that time sneaking around.
But if I'm nice and flashy, that'll give you a distraction.
Yeah, but how would you know that he has more packages?
Because
Or packages in general, because we weren't here to get a package. We were here to sell a ship.
yes, that's true.
So as much as I love races, he'd be very suspicious if all of a sudden you're trying to get his bounty or his items that we don't know he has.
You know, whatever you guys want to do is fine with me. I'll do what I can.
I think the slow and methodical way sounds good. And then if we need to get loud, we'll get loud.
All right.
Kabuto,
Yes, Ryder.
aim towards those two bots and shoot EMP grenades. Missiles.
The ones that are parked?
The ones that are active.
The ones that are active. Okay, someone will need to roll a shoot for this. Who's piloting the actual weapons?
Me.
Liam is.
Okay, so you'll get a +1 to that. All right, Mr. Ryder, go ahead and roll me a shooty shoot. Holy, nice.
Best shot in the galaxy. Bow, bow, bow.
They do not expect this because they are looking at you, but they're not looking at you for this. They're specifically watching their boss take a little joyride. So the two of them are going to attempt to avoid as you fire. We got one. Both are completely overcome by this. You fire off a quick burst of EM. I almost said MP3. Yeah, you shoot an MP3 at them. Which one is it? Oh my god.
This is gonna blow up.
The entirety of
Liam,
LimeWire. The entirety of LimeWire destroys them.
Oh, no.
It fires off, and while they try to dip to the left and dip to the right, it's by no means is it fast enough. And each are stunned, and you can tell that you definitely have a moment to do whatever you need to do next.
GG, and I'll just fly down there and grab the packages as much as you can while we take a post up here.
Right.
And I'm gonna join them to get packages because the more the merrier.
Okay. So GG and Aldous, you guys are just blasting out in your mechs to go grab packages and such and bring them back.
Yep.
I guess, yeah.
Okay. Nara, what are you doing?
Sulking.
Sulking? Okay. Well,
Hey, if
say
it
this.
wasn't for your cunning and awesome stealth, we wouldn't know there was that many packages.
also, you do know you have the correct one. There are so many that if they just, bramble dash in there and grab what they grab, they might not possibly get it. So,
Exactly.
you 100% confirmed you have the right one. You know
And
with
if we
all
fucked
certainty.
up, at least you had the package.
Yeah. I'm staying back, but if you guys look like you're in trouble, I'll help out.
Fair enough. All right, Georgiana and Aldous, go ahead and roll me some of that
I've
pilot.
already used all my good rolls, so
Did you use your good rolls? Or did you use your bad rolls?
it used all my rolls.
Yeah, say.
Wait, am I
No
doing
fake
pilot
points.
too since I'm flying out there?
We'll say for this first burst, since you'd have to run all the way back to the ship and then hop in your mech, it'll take you an extra second to get back there. But with Liam's assistance, you were able to stun the first two, and while they are trying to recombobulate, the leader, if you will, sort of realizes what's going on and quickly zips back over to his mech. He gets ready to jump on in. Georgiana and Aldous, you guys fly back, and when you do, of course, the alarms immediately go off, and you hear just and there's red lights flashing or attempting to flash. You're not sure if they're just on and flickering, but lights are definitely going off, and they're doing their absolute best to alert everyone they possibly can. Most likely there are folk on their way now.
Send a comm to Nara to see if she can deactivate the alarm.
Yeah, I'll see if I can do it.
Okay, go ahead
And kind of send out like a
burgle.
Oops, my bad, wrong button. Didn't mean to do that.
I say oops into the comm, and then I hit whatever I need to hit.
Good old oopsie poopsies. All right, roll me some burgling.
Yeah,
Ooch.
see, I told you, all my rolls.
All right, you attempt to burgle your way in there.
I say oops, and then a genuine oh.
So question, were you attempting to have your voice go through like the comms by saying oops?
Yeah.
All right. When you do that, it just becomes completely distorted and crackly, and it's just like, it is your voice, but it's just, and it's just really loud and drawn out, and it's just really unappealing to listen to.
Sounds about right.
And I mean, no one likes hearing. It probably sounds perfect to everybody else, but hearing your own voice recorded is just like, God, I sound awful. It's that, but like dialed up to 11.
I was like so offended by my own voice that that's why I rolled so bad.
Exactly. Yeah. And this is common with
taken aback.
There's no way to resist this effect. This is critical on everybody. It always does.
Like, oh.
Did you also roll 4 negatives? You did. Wow, that is.
I did. Yeah, it
the
was
big
not
sad.
a good roll.
That is the big sad.
It was not. It was real bad.
Not the best roll.
Especially considering that I have a +3.
Yeah, I had to double check. So with that, Ryder, you are on the way back. You're not entirely sure if she turned off all the alarms or not, but by the time you've gotten to your mech, you actually realize that she unfortunately did not. Okay. You know what? Let me math real quick, since we have things to math with. Okay. All right. Yes, they're named High. Okay, so we have 2 that are borking out. Make sure we're accurate. Hi. Okay, so we got 2 that are borking out. We'll put them over here. We have 4 that are parked, and then we have 2 that are further out here. They're doing their thing, and then we have just his. Okay, so his is parked here. We will say that these are currently inactive, and then these are active. All right, so we'll say the ones that are outside of the space are currently inactive. We'll just drag them in. They are active. From what you guys can see, the 2 that were stunned are very much stunned right by the time you jumped into your ship. The 2 that were on the
stunned ones?
Yeah, those are the stunned ones. And they'll stay stunned for just a hot second. The 2 that were on the outside guarding have basically traded places with the ones that are stunned, and 2 that were inactive have become active, and the boss has jumped back into his, of course. So you have 5 currently that are aware of you guys' positions, 2 where there are some men probably leaving their barracks to come back in, and 2 that are currently stunned. Georgiana and Aldous, you guys are able to kind of whiz in there relatively quick, in and out, but because the distance is so far, and you guys have to be relatively careful with these packages, and they are pretty heavy, each of you are able to grab. Let me ask this: are you guys trying to focus on the larger ones or more smaller ones?
I would say larger ones because they're probably more value.
Size doesn't always matter. I go for the smallest ones.
Okay.
The small ones are easy to just toss inside, right?
Yeah,
that too.
Then yeah, I'm going for small and then big if I can manage it.
Okay. The 2 of you with that are able to grab a couple small ones. We'll say each. You guys grab like 4. You guys both rolled 3. So we'll say each of you are able to get 4 relatively small ones. So you come back with 8 boxes. And unfortunately, Nara, your attempt only brought the rest out. So Ryder, you see Georgiana and Aldous return with a total of 8. And you know that the enemy is 100% very, very unhappy with what just transpired.
Of course.
Currently, all 4 of you are inside the Kabuto, so what do we do?
I thought I'm outside the Kabuto.
By this point, you're in. You just hopped into your mech, and you saw Georgiana and Aldous return.
I'm gonna hop out of the Kabuto. By the way, I have a cowboy hat on my mech.
Okay. You.
And I'm gonna stand in front of the Kabuto.
This is in your mech, right?
Yes, I'm in I'm in my mech.
Okay. Just
Oh, sorry. Let me. Oop, wrong button.
Just right click. There you go. Yeah.
I'm gonna stand up and I'm gonna like fly in front of my Kabuto, and I'm gonna point at the guy I sold the thing to
Okay.
with my finger, not a weapon.
Sure.
And I'm gonna press a button to hail him.
Okay. You notice that he's
I'm pretty sure he's trying to like rush over.
You guys notice that they've been trying to hail you this entire time. You got buttons just blooping and bleeping off left and right. So effectively, you just answered his hail, and you just a string of just cursing. Like it's difficult. You think they're curses? It's really hard to make out any words in his just complete blathering of anger.
Well, hello to you too.
You just receive silence after that. He seems out of breath for a second.
Hmm.
Do you say anything else? You're pointing at him, yeah.
So listen. I might have fibbed a little bit. Might did a little bit of fibbing to you, but on the offshore, on the on-shoot, on the good side, you did get a ship. On the bad side, unfortunately, I have to take all your packages. Now, before you get ahead of yourself, I know you're angry. It could go either really good for you because you got a brand new ship, or bad. And the bad is all your shitty kind of robots getting destroyed, which, you know, we wouldn't want that. You seem like a halfway decent guy. So, what'd it be? Let us take your packages, we'll be out, you get a brand new ship, or the bad side, your robot's getting destroyed.
Okay. He answers by just shooting at you. It misses, but behind the Kabuto, you can see that the two that were flashed are no longer flashed, and the two that were inactive are now active. So every ship is now active, and that is his answer.
You know, you were really talkative earlier.
He closes off the comms.
I open them.
Okay. you just hear a, what the shit? And he closes them again.
I open it again.
Okay. You just hear, God damn it. And like he's trying to turn off, but he can't.
Listen, see, the thing is, you can't. You're not in control here. I am. So, let's talk about it like, you know, decent people, or, you know, folks, or we can deal with it the bad way. Obviously, shooting at me is not the good way, because you
Yes.
suck at.
Do I have an exit?
Currently, Aldris and Georgiana are inside the Kabuto. You guys are near the exit of the Kabuto, though, so you can leave at any time. What are you trying to do?
No, I mean, if I dash to the Kabuto's front head, can I get us out of there?
Oh, you mean you want to get out of your mech and then take control, basically?
Yeah.
It'll take you a hot second to do, but you can. I will say there are 4 people at the exit of this alcove.
I'm gonna calm or I'm gonna hail, or not hail, but reach Liam real quick.
We'll pause on that because you said quite a bit, so the enemy's gonna do something. Aldris, what are you doing? Mr. Boyd.
Birdman.
Aldris.
Aldarius.
Sorry, what?
What are you doing, buddy?
Well, is the plan to get out of here now, or are we going for more packages?
I believe Georgiana hopped out of her mech and she's running to the front of the Kabuto.
Well, I mean, we don't know how weak their robots are. What Daniel said, they seem pretty shitty, so I'm pretty sure a couple hits, they should be done.
I mean, for now, I will just shoot at one of them from inside the Kabuto.
Okay. Yeah. So you are indeed inside it. You can easily exit. You're basically at like the ramp, effectively.
Are
and
you shooting with your mech, or are you using the Kabuto's weapons?
With my mech.
With his mech, yeah, because there's no way to use the weapons from there. Nara, where are you and what are you doing?
Gosh. I am just... I just don't know. I don't know how to help here.
I would say you saw Gigi hop out of her mech and she's running toward the front. You see Aldris has his weapons ready to fire at them, and Ryder's floating outside.
Is he trying to get back inside? Or is he...
Well, I mean, I'm trying to go get some packages because I didn't get anything.
Okay.
I mean, you can try to work on deactivating some of the mechs.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll try.
Okay. So you're preparing to do that. Aldris preparing to shoot. You can say something really quick to Liam, and then I'm going to have you roll something.
I was just going to tell him to lock on to them. That's all I was going to say.
Okay. You tell Liam to lock on. I tell you to roll pilot.
I tell you to roll pilot.
Very nice. Okay. All right. Let's see. I don't want to roll 9 times to attack you. That seems silly.
Honestly, if we're just gonna fight, I'm gonna stay in my mech. Not hop out.
You would have
I
stayed
mean, to
back
be
then?
honest,
Yeah.
after Ryder gets some packages, I think we should leave.
So you think I should go to the helm then?
I'll put it this way. There is a lack of communication, so what would Georgiana do? Would you want to stay and fight or leave?
I mean, it's
Because this is all
4
happening very
against
fast.
9. I kind of want to leave.
Okay. If you're...
Because the other pirates might take advantage of this and jump into the action too.
Fair enough. I would say...
So then I'm going to head to the helm to get out of here.
Okay, because it's happening so quickly, whatever is your first instinct, I'd say go with that. So you run straight to the front of the helm. Ryder, you... After you kind of relay that information to Liam, you notice that they just sort of... They turned off their comms just because they don't want to listen anymore. And they were aiming, effectively. So all 9 of them open fire on you. And... they kind of divide this. So.
Am I not in the Kabuto shield bubble still?
You are somewhere relatively safe, but even with all that, I'm just gonna roll a general shoot and see how this kind of plays out. Okay, I would say just take only 2 shifts of damage. That's it, and of course you can put that in stress, so it doesn't really affect you at all. If anything, while you're spending all that time talking, because you did spend quite some time talking, they open fire for a good second or two. The shield does absorb most of it, but the Kabuto isn't currently moving or anything. So fortunately for you, it's probably trying to, use most of its energy to both suspend itself, stealth itself, and also erect a shield around you. Only some of the energy snuck through, so 2 shifts isn't really going to do too much to you. Georgiana, you are indeed running for the ship. You haven't gotten to the front just yet, but you're almost there. Nara, you said you wanted to kind of deactivate some of them?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. To fully deactivate, I would say this can just basically function as an AoE attack, the same way that we would normally create an advantage. So you can aim this realistically at as many guys as you wish, and if you do, they just roll, whatever they roll against that. So for example, if you roll a 5, you can say 3 on that guy, 2 on that guy. It's not 5 on both. So that's effectively how AoE would work. And then Aldris, if you're shooting a dude, you can just shoot a dude. Do you want Nara to go first with what she's doing?
Yeah, she can go first.
Okay.
Doesn't matter to me.
Perfect. So you would tell me how many guys you're aiming at, Nara, how many you're trying to focus on, and then roll. And then you roll burglary.
How many are there total? 9?
9 is a lot.
I'll aim at the 3 closest.
Okay, I'll just go ahead and organize them here and do that. All right, roll me burgle.
Incredible.
Not great. All right. Not great for him either. Well, sometimes it works out.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
All right, only one of them beats you, so I'll kind of move over here. The two on the right, hey, sometimes that's how it plays out.
Me
Alright, we'll just
thinking
say-
that was a really horrible roll, and somehow it still was good.
All right. So while they're not completely incapacitated, their systems are a little buggy and haywire as of current. You can kind of see some extra sparks kind of as they're kind of like checking, and one of their arms kind of moves in a very, very strange way. Their weapons are, very clearly drawn, and they're all ready to open fire. Aldris, after she completes this, what do you do?
Oh, I guess I gotta try and blast one of them.
All right.
Guess I'll go for this boy.
All right.
Just shoot mini suns at him,
Excellent.
as you do.
As you do.
Nice.
Not the best.
Nice.
All right. Are we adding any spice to that?
I'll just re-roll it.
Can I reroll it? Okay.
Where's my re-roll button?
I do know it's in the Fate Utilities, which is kind of nice. Is that correct? Oh, yes, it is. There we go. 4. Yeah, up top.
And then
There.
I guess I'll use the hack systems.
All right,
So
excellent.
add the +2.
Yeah, so they both have 1, so now one of them doesn't have 1, so I'll kind of put them over here like this. All right, so that is a 6 arenas. Fortunately for you, he's not completely taken out, but he is hurting definitely a wee bit. Your mini sun goes hurtling past him, strikes him in the chest, and he's barely able to just kind of spin out of the way. You see that you actually melted a good portion of the chassis. These things definitely are not well put together. So now that you've done that, the question to everybody is, Georgiana, you've reached the front. Ryder, you're kind of floating out the backside. Is this combat town, or are we taking and dashing?
I mean, I'm ready to shoot this person, so.
You get shooting, or because all of them are gonna go, and they're all shooting at just you.
What's the package area look like?
The package area is effectively, if you want to imagine the end of a metal cave, they're all kind of just, it almost looks like this whole area was blown up and then kind of carved out. And then there's a nice flattened, semi-flattened area where there's a ton of just metal crates that are just stacked on each other.
We cut an edge. Is it scoopable?
Define scoopable.
As in, can I the Caputo actually looks like that, right? Can I just aim it to scoop the box with the boxes inside it?
Yes.
Or would the Caputo come with some sort of magnetic crane or something claws? I don't know.
Obviously, under a controlled circumstance, the Caputo can do this with ease. But you're gonna have.
I want to semi-recklessly just nab the whole structure.
Okay.
So if a couple drop out or get damaged along the way, it's a risk.
Okay. So effectively, to visualize this perfectly for you, imagine a claw game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we did
And rather than picking up
game last time.
rather than picking up the claw machine, you're basically just putting a giant claw and grabbing as many teddy bears as humanly possible. That's effectively what you're doing, because you can't. The area is way too big. The Kabuto could basically fly into that area and then fly out.
Oh,
So the area,
all right.
yeah, because her mech walked in there.
Then yes, a giant crane.
Okay, so you're basically playing giant crane game.
Hell yeah.
Okay. Wall Rider's getting ready for that. Then, if you want to go ahead and roll me pilot.
Is there debris or stuff I can hide behind while I'm shooting at them?
Not inside here now.
What do you mean inside? I thought outside.
No, you're inside. You're inside this little alcove area. All the debris would be outside.
Is there any wall or anything I can hide behind?
But you guys are effectively in a giant metal cave, effectively. Walls to hide behind? Hide behind? No. Everything is out in the open.
I can't find any cover.
There's literally no cover, intentionally. This place is not designed to have any cover. Well, designed. the way they have it set up is very open. It probably shuts from the outside, but from the inside, it is intentionally very open. All right, so I'm going to ask you, Ryder, while Georgiana's taking the Kabuto and she's basically jetting over to this pile of goods, are you staying with the Kabuto, or are you kind of hanging back? You're hanging back?
Shoot.
Okay, so now you're in the open. Georgiana flies forward, and she's able to scoop up a pretty good amount. This sort of throws off both Nara and Aldris, as there was no warning to this, and both of you were holding on, but it's real shaky. Ryder, which one do you want to attack?
Do both these have the hack system or just one?
The one that is damaged is the one on the right. This one here.
Okay, I shoot him then.
You want to shoot the one in front? Okay.
All right, no, damage one.
Shoot the damage one. Okay. Ooh, spicy.
Die.
Already.
I think he died.
Yeah, I think he died. I think he died too. Me thinks he's gonna go a big explode. Okay. This is far more damage than he can possibly handle. So my sir, you're shooting him, you said?
See.
All right, how's this going down?
I'm gonna hail the big guy again. I'm like,
They're
you
permanently
guys
hailed.
suck at shooting.
Nara couldn't has it permanently turned on.
I'm like, you guys suck at shooting. Watch this, and then I'm gonna like pull out my revolver from the side of my robot hip, and I'm gonna spin it out and go.
All right, you just shoot this dude to shreds, just puncturing him just like cheese, and his mech just falls, just kind of. It doesn't even explode. It just like shudders, and like some like, and just lands on the bottom of this alcove. And they're now all focusing. Well, they're split focusing on you guys now.
Can I like
yes.
fly in a direction where it doesn't make it so easy for all of them to shoot at me? So it's like, if they were to try to shoot at me, they would have to like move.
Your option would basically be to fly outside. So effectively, you guys are actually all in here as of current, except for actually no, you guys are all in the ship, so you have to all be in here. Effectively, you guys are all in this area. If you wanted to, you could fly outside. You'd be in a different zone, but they could easily follow you.
Is there cover out there?
Yes, but
Okay,
it's
I
not.
do that then.
Okay. Because Georgiana hopped in in the way that she did.
Since my home dogs are on the Kabuto, I gotta get some cover for myself.
Yes.
I've been abducted.
You shoot quickly, but as you are exiting the premises, okay, Ryder and Georgiana, I'm gonna ask for a lot of rolls really quick. All right, let me just split this. Make it easy. Okay, cool. Georgiana, I'm gonna need you to make 3 pilot rolls. Do them in order for me, please.
3.
4, sorry.
I believe.
All right, so first one.
Wait, am I doing them or not?
Yes.
1,
Okay. Jesus. Okay. Don't even bother.
2,
Oh, that was close. Okay.
That's a big difference.
Yeah,
3?
for real.
4.
Okay. With all the speed, Miss Georgiana, you're able to weasel the Kabuto around. You scoop up a pretty good amount of the goods, if you will. And fortunately for you, you're actually able to somehow dodge every single shot. The Kabuto's shields actually absorb basically everything, and it takes no damage, but you're in a very, very, very compromised position, and I don't think I need to tell you, it would not be a very good idea to obviously stay here. Ryder, I'm going to ask the same of you. So, just pilot. Ooh. Very spicy.
Oh fuck!
I get to roll
Damn
one.
it.
I get to roll one. Okay, I'm gonna use one of the scene fate points on that one. We'll say everything aligned perfectly with that, so it should be 9. So that's 5 shifts of damage. And remember, only 1 can be on physical stress. The rest has to be a consequence.
Wait, 5? Even though I only got hit once?
Correct. Yep, 5 shifts of damage.
Can I use a fate point to lower that?
That'd be 3. All right, so they open fire on you, Ryder and Georgiana. They can't tell how much damage they have or have not done, but you do know that while you're able to somehow find a way to gain cover, you are pretty damn exposed. And as Georgiana assumed, you guys have most likely, but you cannot currently tell, drawn the attention of the other folk around you. I almost said the enemy. We don't know if they're enemies or not. They're just other people. All right. So Nara, Aldris, and Georgiana, you guys are all in the back of this alcove. 2 of you against your will. Georgiana, you scooped up a pretty good amount. The tractor booms are trying to pull in what loot it can.
Well, now I'm looking for an exit after that.
All right, the exit, honestly, just whip it around and just drive straight, basically.
That's what I'm going to do then.
All right, roll me pilot. We're looking for it's a 3. Yeah, that's not too hard. Perfect. All right, you met it. Excellent. All right, you just kind of...
She's just leaving her captain behind.
You just zoomy on out. And then I'll ask a Ryder, as you see Georgiana whip the Kabuto around and head towards the exit, which is the same direction you are, what do you do?
Isn't there bad guys blocking the exit?
There were 4 of them.
Called Barnstormer.
But shit, indeed. So you see her...
I will finagle my way nearby Ryder.
Yeah, you see her heading towards the exit, and you know how good of a pilot she is.
And I'll give him a shout out. Ryder, you better grab on, or I'm leaving you behind.
Hold on, I have one last thing to do.
No!
I'm gonna shoot the big boss.
All right, so are you jumping?
Brand new mech.
Are you jumping onto the Kabuto while you're shooting back at him?
Yes.
Me?
Oh
Okay.
no.
Roll me McShooty then. Not the bad dude. I'll use one of his scene fate points, and you shoot straight enough.
I boosted with my fate point.
You boost as well. Okay. Once again, you shoot straight enough. He avoids most of the impact. He tries to like hide behind one of his men or one of the unmanned mechs, and he looks pissed. On top of him looking pissed, you can tell all of their intercoms are open and they're all just trying to chatter. Their communication is just down the drain because Nara just turned all of them on all at once. And he's trying to like calm them down and trying to tell them things, but they're all just... It's just so much, too much going on all at once. But you hook yourself onto the Kabuto, and Georgiana, with her amazing driving skills, is able to basically just weasel her way between the 2 dudes that were guarding the exit, because the other 2 were in a kind of shitty position. I'm just going to roll as I fire at the Kabuto. Okay. With your roll, you just kind of sneak by, just by both of them with ease. You have the package. You have a good amount. You got 8 small ones.
Am I on the Kabuto right now?
Yeah. You're basically hanging onto the side of it. Are you crawling inside?
Yeah.
The hatch is still open, and the shields don't function as well when it's open. So
I'm like,
To help drag him in.
PG, do one more drive by real quick. I want to shoot missiles at them.
All right, I'll do another swoop.
Let's
Okay,
do the Kabuto. I want to do Kabuto missiles.
okay. All right, Miss Swoop, give me another.
Can we do 4 cluster bombs? Like 1, 2, 3.
You can shoot
4.
1 time. It'll be an AOE, so it'll be split between them. All right, you want to give that a little bit of gas because 2 ain't going to be enough. Scooping back to people that are.
Sure.
Okay. All right. Push
Do
it.
I reroll or?
You can just push it up to 4 if you want.
Okay.
Okay. So
That is a fate point, right?
correct. Yes. So yeah, go ahead and use one of your fate points. Pushing that
Already
up to a 4. You're able to whip it around one more time. Mr. Ryder, are you pulling the trigger on this?
Sure.
All right. Roll your shoot and add +1 from Liam. Helping out. Ooh, a 7. Wonderful. Okay. So with AoE, you split that equally between any number of dudes you want to hit. So you just tell me, I know, sorry, they're all named high, I apologize. You just give me a number. So you say like 2, 3, 5, 2, blah, blah, blah. So you just tell me how much is going to each one.
3. Wait, the big boss guy isn't in the way?
No, definitely not.
Lame. Okay. 3. Okay.
One left.
1.
Okay. So the first guy will roll. That's 1 shift of damage. And then we'll have the 1 roll. All right, he completely dodges it. And then the other 3. Ooh, doesn't load it at all. All right, it's 3 shifts of damage. Okay, cool. So one of them, as the bombs just explode, you see just hunks and chunks of metal just go hurtling about, and 2 of them are able to fairly easily avoid all the damage. But one of them just gets caught in the absolute worst angle possible, and a chunk of metal just goes hurtling, just jagged and sharp as all get out. It just goes and just basically slices him right in half, and the upper portion of his mech just kind of floats backwards back into their base.
I'm gonna walk on the. I'm gonna walk onto the. What the fuck is it called? The deck.
Okay.
I'm gonna be like, see, that was easy to kill them. I don't know why we running.
I assume you're. Oh yeah, you are at your mech, of course. Button. Okay.
Yeah. my bad.
Sorry.
And as you guys whip it around, you can see that they're both getting into formation and also just trying to figure what the hell just happened.
I'm gonna spin Gigi's chair around. I'm like, Gigi, I do not. This is the first time I've ever seen you run from a fight.
Sorry, Captain. When I feel outmatched, I feel outmatched.
What happened to the guns a-blazing, dual-wielding pistol Gigi that I know?
No, I'm a racer. There's no race here.
I know you're a racer, but I've also seen you put down with some guns.
I wasn't feeling it today.
All that matters is we got some extra packages and some money.
You're welcome.
With everything closed down, my brain left me again. Wonderful. Storage section of the Compito is attempting to, with a field, basically hold everything down so it's not jumping about too much. You're a good pilot, GG, but, you know, you guys stole a lot of shit, so we don't want to damage it too much.
Oh, I pressed the button to make the Compito look back to normal.
All right, excellent. That flips back to normal, and it's able to focus all of its energies once again on piloting and keeping the Compito protected. You guys are zooming forward. Gigi, give me another pilot check. This is for leaving the area, which I assume is what you're doing?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, wonderful. There is a hail of fire behind you, and you're sure it's not just from them. This isn't necessarily oh, you messed with my friends. This might just be what you said, an opportunist attack. And behind you, you're able to just zip left and zip right and zip left and zip right, and you see a really tight enclosed area that no normal sane person would attempt to fly through, but you're able to squeeze the Compito through it. It is much like Cats. The Compito is made of liquid. The power of Ghost flows through you, Georgiana.
The Compito is made of liquid under my touch.
Exactly. And it somehow just slinks its way through this area, and you guys just jet off. And fortunately for you, none of the pirates are able to follow you, and you guys leave with a wonderful amount of loots.
Tasty.
At the end bit of this particular heist, as I mentioned, the box isn't unopenable, but it is very much sealed. There should be no intent by the recipient or by the oh my god, what the hell's the word?
Sender.
Yeah, not necessarily sender. Courier to open it.
Courier.
Yeah. I hate looking for a very particular word. The funny thing is my brain went to Fallout New Vegas. What do they call him? The courier. I can think of Fallout New Vegas before the word courier. I know, right? God. Anyway, we head forward, and at the end of the message, you guys, now being the couriers, were instructed to leave this somewhere particular. You're not bringing it back to Thieves. You're actually bringing it back to the customer. It is
We're bringing
somewhere.
it back to the customer.
Correct. Yes, bringing it back to the customer. It's nowhere strange. It's nowhere odd. We're actually just headed back to Larianka again, which is the large hollowed out planet. It's the large trade planet that's primarily made of metal. You're actually not heading into Larianka. You're just heading to the outside. A lot of trade is done out here. It's also not enforced quite as much. So most of the authorities, as Gigi ran into last time trying to get her mech and join the city proper with it, was stopped quite quickly. So a lot of folk decided to do their business on the outside while knowing that, everyone's familiar with the area. No one's going to try to think stupid here. So this is fairly common. You guys were instructed basically to wait around the south side and a ship would swing by only to pick up the goods. Everything else is your guys'.
Oh.
We didn't exactly know we took everything, right?
Only the high pirates now. It's actually really funny. I realized if I click a token, it rolls under their name. So it's like hi.
Hi.
How you doing?
Hi.
I rolled a 0. Hi. Anyway, a message is sent out to the customer, and you receive a pretty impressed note. Actually, you guys weren't expected to come back so quickly. And a ship.
We're incredibly efficient.
Yeah, the ship whips its way around. Not really one you guys necessarily recognize. And there's an area to land just outside of Larianka. It is there's oxygen and everything, so it all works perfectly fine here. And yeah, as you guys head about, the Kabuto is parked up in the Spanister-like area, and they park their ship nearby. And the captain, whoever's doing the primary deal, whoever this person is, they kind of head out, and they seem very, very, very cheery. They're sort of stout. Just in terms of like the body mass, they look really thick and like heavy set, but they're just short, like maybe 3.5 feet tall.
Tiny.
A bit, yeah. And he kind of walks over, stroking what seems to be a beard, but you're not sure if it's made of hair. Smiling very, very, very widely. His teeth aren't like ours with their individual teeth. It looks more like baleen almost, like a whale's. And he very happily walks up to your group, knowing how short he is. He doesn't really seem to mind. He reaches up to shake.
Short King.
Sure, the short king walks up to Ryder and goes, "Hello."
Hello.
Ooh, short creepy.
No, not at all. Thank you very much. Creepy, how rude.
Sorry, Short King.
No problems.
Well, when you hire the best in the galaxy, you get the best results.
I'll have to keep that in mind. You all did quite well. Color me impressed. Truly. Were there any issues or bumps along the way?
Not at all. They're an easy piece of cake bunch to deal with.
Wonderful. I heard the packages quite large, so if you don't mind, I don't need to check necessarily. I think we both know it's relatively difficult to open, but I'll have my man bring it to my ship if you don't mind.
Oh, don't worry. We didn't try opening it or anything.
He smiles widely at that. It snaps to a smile. Good. Privacy is of the utmost importance in our business.
All I care about is getting
You want to
paid.
tell us what's in it, though?
He kind of just smiles and gives you like a wink of like, no, I don't.
I laugh.
He sort of turns and motions for someone to come over, and he's sort of talking to you guys and asking details from this heist. He actually legitimately seems interested. He's aware it was taken by pirates, and he doesn't give a shit like really what happened. He's kind of laughing along with you guys' story, the fact that you like sold him a ship. And he's like, oh, that's interesting. And this lumbering figure slowly kind of walks by, and you guys have the product has been sort of wheeled out to the front of the Kabuto, and he's already checked that he scanned it with the device that he had in his hand. And much like yours, Nara, it confirmed that this is 100% the correct product. This is all fairly common practice. And the large figure sort of speaks up and says, "Where do you want me to bring this?" and he turns and he looks at the really tall, blocky, rocky-looking blue individual and says, "Oh, you put it on the ship, of course. In the back, off to the side."
The same one. Same species that tried to kill Nara the other day.
Yes, he looks exactly like him, actually.
Oh! I am not happy about that.
And he sort of waves and says, "You put it in the back, of course. Where else would it be? Over to the left, next to the other one." And he goes, "Right, of course." And he doesn't even look at the four of you at all. He walks over and starts to pick it up, and this thing's heavy. Your mech could lift it with ease, of course, but there's no way a person could.
Look at the short guy and be like, "You need anything else delivered, you know who to call."
Hey, wait.
Your name will be at the top of my list. Yes.
Can I ask what species that guy is?
His eyes sort of narrow at you. That guy?
Yeah.
Oh, you mean the hired help?
Yes.
The big blue idiot?
Yes, exactly.
Lifting up this big hunk of metal, you hear it just drag up against, and he pauses at the word idiot, then kind of lumps it on his shoulder, and his whole body just kind of like almost like crunches down for a moment, and you can hear he's straining. It's really heavy, but he kind of slowly like and starts like walking back over to the ship, and then he smiles and says, "Oh, I don't mean it." And he looks back and says, "I have no idea, if I'm being entirely honest.
Did you hire him?
Oh, I hired him because he listens quite well.
No,
and
where
he's very
did you
strong.
hire him?
Where did I am? I know a friend. He's good for menial labor."
Yeah, menial. Yeah.
Can we get that contact?
What you want to purchase one?
Yeah, we need. We can
somebody's got to do the work around
here.
here, and it's not going to be me.
Oh. Well, seeing as you did such a fantastic job, they're quite private, but I don't see why not. Give me a moment. And he sort of fiddles about real quick, and he says, "Which of you would like this information? You're all together, I assume?"
Yeah, give it to the. You can give it to the captain.
Sure thing. I'll send it along
He's in
with.
charge of hiring and firing and all that.
He's like half smirking and sort of mumbling to himself, not really saying anything of consequence. And just kind of like, sure, of course, yes. And there it is. The payment and, well, a little extra on the top, kind of winks, has been sent your way. I guess just be yourselves. Be well. Yes, be careful when you, I think you know how it all works. Just be respectful and all that. He's a rare product and, well, not easily acquired.
Can do. Thank you so much.
Anytime. And he sort of turns and very happily like waddles back to his ship. And the large blue guy is kind of just waiting there. Says, "Are we done?" He says, Yes, we can go now. Good. And he kind of just turns. He very clearly saw your group and doesn't seem to recognize any of you. And he just walks back into the ship with the small guy. The hold down section just kind of seals up, and the ship just kind of just turns about and kind of like and just like sucks back into space. You don't see any specific thrusters on this thing. You're not even sure how it moves necessarily. It kind of just like goes.
Alrighty then.
So Thieve knows that we went to this guy, right?
Yes, basically what Thieve gave you was, there's a product, go get it, and if you get it, of course you'll get it, Ryder. Bring it back to him. That's it. Don't come back and talk to me. So it's literally I know a guy. Go help him. Effectively, is what this job is. Once again, fairly common. Yeah. Also, cuts out Thieve, so you guys get more money this way.
Nice. Hate giving that guy money.
Alrighty, and
nice.
And with that, that marks today's job done quite well, actually. With all that extra cash, if you guys
more explodey, but
well, I mean, you guys had to go stealthy, which y'all did quite good, I'll definitely say.
Our plans never work out the way we plan.
Yeah, I was gonna say we always do.
Hey, they were soft boys. We did kill 2 of them pretty easily.
True.
You definitely did squish him pretty well. In general, I'll give you guys back all your fate points, so we're all set there. All damages are completely recovered, so all stress gone. Your ribs feel much better. All your cuts and bruises and scrapes, all those seem to be perfectly fine. You guys' mechs are in tip-top shape condition. Nara, you do know that after this mission, of course, because, you know, you are you, checking with things. You notice that the little data pad has just been constantly just blip, but at a random time, like every 7 minutes, every 10 minutes, every hour, just randomly just bloop. So one time it just shot off 2 back to back for some reason, and you can't get it to stop. So using the money from this job and the time you're going to have after today's session, you're basically building a room that's Faraday cage. Is what you said?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You know, it is just going and going and going and going. It's not going to stop it, but that room will very much slow it down. So if you were to ask a series of questions, they wouldn't be on your ass in like 2 seconds.
Okay, that is what I want to do.
Alrighty. And with that, we will pause today's session. If you guys wish to purchase anything for next time, go ahead and think of some fun, good stuff. Aldris, I would say you have a better understanding of the machine that you put together. So you can basically give out two doses now. They're one use, of course, but 2, you know, whatever it may be, 2 Aldris magics per mish, if you will.
Nice.
Indeed, most excellent.
Well, I'll think on the item.
Sure.
But I do have to go.
Indeed. Was quite fun, and I'll see you all next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.